me the hell yeah!
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We are live and we are in charge. How are we all doing tonight, gentlemen?
Doing
Not
great.
too bad.
Not too bad. You're damn right. Tonight, we got Sheldon as our special guest tonight. Welcome aboard, Sheldon Martin. Talking about Occult Descent Volume 2. We
Thanks for having me.
might be drawing some characters out of his book. Doing something. But I got a little few talking points I want to bring up. We got a lot going on. We got SDCC, San Diego Comic-Con going on right now, actually. I think the Marvel panel is about to kick off in about 28 minutes. We're not going to be covering that, obviously, because I don't care. But there are some things that did happen that I do want to talk about, if you guys don't mind. But before that, let's say hello to Mama Donna.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Mama Donna.
Good evening,
And,
Mama Donna.
Yeah. She's feeling a little under the weather today, but she's still there. So, hang your head down low. Don't pick your head up too high or too quick. You will get sniped. It's all good. So, let me see here. What do we got going on? Anything good happening in y'all's neck of the woods this past week?
Not really.
Played a little frisbee today. That was cool.
Ooh, frisbee. Frisbee golf or just frisbee?
Just frisbee. I wanted to play frisbee golf, but it was like 94 here, and my brother didn't want to go.
94, yeah. That's the
What a wuss. Jeez.
I know. I was like, come on, man, just bring a cooler in your beer or whatever.
Yeah, there's
Stay hydrated. What are you doing?
there's water and beer.
Before we get to the talking points, let's bring up Sheldon's Kickstarter page.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. And let's take a quick look at that. Now, we got Occult Descent Volume 2, Ancient Psychopathic Mutant and Vampire. Is it Sokol?
I say Sakal, but it could be Sokol.
Sokol.
It's a Russian name.
All right, cool.
Bring up Sheldon's Kickstarter page.
He took Henry, which is bad. You should never take Henry. Henry's a good guy. He belongs amongst the people. Don't take Henry. Can Andy and the VACU team get Henry back and stop Sokol? You're asking for $3,500. You got $1,885 so far. 29 backers, and this goes until the 6th of August. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have any trailers to play or nothing like that?
No trailers.
Slacker.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So why don't you take the wheel and tell us a little bit about this, Sheldon? It is your baby, after all.
Yes. So right away in this world, vampires coexist with humans, but they're not very welcome. And there's this kid, the kid Henry. He's been having these mental troubles his whole life, and then his uncle passes away. Like right after that, that's a call mutant vampire. He breaks out of a secret prison he was being held in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not a normal vampire. Like normal vampires look at him as like a monster. But as soon as he breaks out, he starts heading towards this kid, Henry. He broke out from a different continent, so it takes him a little bit. But Henry realizes the closer he gets to him, their psychic bond is getting stronger. And he knows who it is. He knows it's this guy who's been messing with him his whole life. And now he sees everyone he kills, too.
Oh, wow.
So the only person he knows to turn to is his friend Andy. She just happens to be a police detective. And before she can really help him, he gets abducted by Sakal. And Andy joins the VACU, which is the Vampire Assault Case Unit. It's the law enforcement arm that deals with vampire attacks and stuff. She's going to get Henry back and stop Sakal. Or will help the team stop him.
I like a good acronym, man. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, acronyms and anagrams. I haven't used any anagrams yet, though.
There's
Well, I
still
gotta tell
time.
you, looking at these preview pages you got on your Kickstarter page, this is fantastic looking. Your art reminds me a lot of the Extreme X-Men, Salvador LaRocca.
Oh, cool.
It's got that feel to it.
I'm aware of the name. I haven't really looked at too much of his art, though.
You should, because you got his vibe going on.
Okay, cool.
Are you doing the coloring and the lettering on this too?
The lettering, the coloring is Tanya Wicker. I found her on X. She does all the coloring. She's really good. My
Yeah.
coloring was on the first one,
Mhm.
And it looked like I just made everything flat. It didn't look very good.
Oh, you got to give yourself more credit than that, dude.
Well, I mean, like I want to learn how to do all this stuff, and slowly I am. It's just I would.
Yeah, it's a bit of a curve. Definitely.
Yeah. So I got someone who's used to it and all these projects. She was on the colorist on Monster MD with Von
Oh,
Klaus.
wow. Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. She knows what she's doing.
That
As long
would
as somebody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So these are the mutant vampires starting to spread.
Oh, damn. This panel here, dude. He just, wow. Taking a bite out of crime. Look at that. I love it.
Thanks. I was trying to make it as bombastic as possible, and as much as I could anyway.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I love this right here with the blood. The
that guy looks like he's
stringy
hungry.
plasma just hangs down. That is great stuff right there. Good attention to detail.
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty gross looking at it.
Yeah, you need that
tough
kind of
to draw
detail
that.
when you're doing a horror comic.
Yeah, exactly. I know, which is ironic for me because I don't like horror, but drawing all this stuff, I'm like, oh, this is disgusting.
Well, see, now John would know a thing or two about a horror comic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're working on a few of them.
And how many pages is this bad boy, dude?
72. It'll be 72 when it's done.
Ooh, meaty, thick boy.
You like
Yes.
it thick, don't you?
Yes.
The thicker, the thicker.
Flat back comic right on its
Latina.
back. Very cool looking stuff, dude. Now, is this this is volume 2? Do you have a catch-up tier here to get volume 1?
Yes.
Okay. It's kind of weird how I'm not really used to Kickstarter. It's not letting me scroll the side just yet. I guess I got to get through all this before I can scroll the side to find out what's going on with the tiers. Oh, here it is. I had it too big. It wasn't giving me the scroll bar.
Oh, okay. I was going to say on my screen, yeah, I could just go back and forth.
All right, so here we go. We got Volume 2 Ashcan Preview for just $7, and you ship anywhere in the world. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Estimated delivery January 2027. And for the $7, you just get the Ashcan, correct?
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
shipping will be included with that.
Okay. Not
But
bad.
the add-ons are on the other side. You could add on basically anything you want.
Okay, yeah. And it's good that you mentioned about the shipping because I've been hearing a lot of stuff like from Indiegogo people. They're talking about how they're having a lot of trouble with the shipping charges and whatnot. It's not good stuff. So
Yeah,
here
I
we
just
go.
don't see how Indiegogo is going to maintain their business model. And seems like they're doing everything they can to screw people like us over.
Well, they just might not be interested in the comic book set anymore. So we got a Occult Descent Volume 1 PDF. That's the good kind of PDF, not the bad kind. Just for $10, that's 50 pages, square bound comic, and that's a PDF. So that's
digital. I don't know. I should go back and erase that square bound part.
And then we got the Volume 2 PDF. Do you have it bundled where you get both of them together?
Well, it's in the add-on side. If you click one, you go to the other and just add them up.
Gotcha. And then we got these are physical copies, correct? Yeah, signed physical copy. The Volume 1 is 50 pages for $15. Also ships anywhere in the world. And we got number 2, $20. This is also signed, guys. 72 pages, like you said, $20 anywhere in the world.
I like the look of the vampire on the cover of Volume 2.
Volume 2 cover B.
At least what I'm seeing so far.
Oh, on the screen right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Mitch Brewer did that one.
Mitch.
Oh, I like him.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, he did a really good, cool cover. And Lee Calba colored it.
Now, this Volume 2 cover B, is this your art? Inked by Peter Palmiotti?
Right, yeah, cool. It's getting inked now. It should be done pretty soon.
Nice. Colored by Tanya Wicker. And then we got the Mitch Brewer one that we're looking at here. This is colored by Lee Calba.
I watched some of his streams as he was working on this.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. He wanted to do the three-fingered vampires, like was that Legacy of Kain or something?
Oh yeah.
And I was like, cool, that's a good idea. But in black and white, everyone kept asking him, like, oh wow, are you making gargoyle fan art? It's like,
Yeah,
no,
I
he's
can
a
see the
vampire.
resemblance.
Yeah, exactly.
This is cover D. This is drawn by Rob Norton, also a friend of the channel. What's up, Rob, if you're watching? And this is colored by Tanya Wicker.
Yeah, he really
So,
knocked it out of the park there. You got that Lieutenant Wycheck is that chick's name with the big jugs.
oh, yes. How could I have missed her?
Nailed it.
And we got volume 2 covers A through D for $70. These are all signed. Also ships anywhere in the world.
Knocked off $10 for that.
For $80, you can get volume 1 and 2, all the covers. Also ships anywhere in the world. Now, are they signed too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Sheldon is just egregious to all the fans. He will sign anything and all things, which is good.
Most anything, yeah.
The ash can, the volume 1 and volume 2 with all the covers, all that right there, $85.
Yep. $17 off.
You can get a 9x12 drawing commission from the main man here. Character drawing of your choice, minimal background, done on a 9x12 Bristol board. Traditional art, not this stupid traditional digital stuff, guys. Not the stuff like I do.
I'm not word prompting them.
Yeah, this isn't AI. This isn't Grok. Call send buying to original page for just $200. Now, do you got a set number of pages, or this like for every page in the book that they can get? Oh, I see right here, 45 left to 45. Don's he doesn't really know how to read that well.
Well, it's basically any page in the book. It's just right now at the time I made that, I was 45 pages done.
Nicely done. Making a lot of headway.
I think it's good that you spent the time to get ahead before you tried to release or launch the campaign.
Yeah, I was telling myself, if I get over 40 pages, then I'll launch it.
And you can add a remark too for just $30.
Yeah, those I'm basically almost giving one away per person. I'm doing tonight. I'll do the 8th giveaway of a free remark to a physical backer.
Nice. All right, cool.
There's only 29 people, so they got a pretty good chance. Everybody has a pretty good chance.
I like it. So, guys, the link is scrolling down below. If you want to head on, it's also pinned in the chat. Head on over to Kickstarter and check out Occult Descent volume 2. And check out the cool horror themed.
Yeah, if you like action, horror, a little bit of comedy, some nudity, then this is the comic for you.
Wait a minute, you're not just drawing a bunch of dude butts, are you?
Oh, I mean, well, I think I drew a shadowed out penis, but that was it.
Oh my god!
But it's mostly these vampires. When you see they got wings, so like they kind of burst out of their shirt, and so a lot of chicks have become vampires.
There's nothing wrong with that. But most chicks are bloodsuckers anyway.
Oh yeah,
at least that's what I hear. I mean, I don't know.
But these ones could fly.
So a few things I want to talk about here. Todd McFarlane has announced something because that's what Todd does. He likes to announce things. And he is saying, surprise, surprise, he has an unreleased animated Spawn movie in the can, ready to go, and he's sitting on it. I believe he just said this today at SDCC, at San Diego Comic-Con. The website, comicbook.com, who I got the article from, had a chance to speak with McFarlane about the possibility of ever doing a comic sequel to the original Spawn movie or the Spawn animated series, which has been popular recently thanks to books like Batman 89 and Superman 78. And he's also coming out with his version of Spawn from 1977 called, surprise, Spawn 77. It's the original design, which looks kind of like Spawn today. I mean, you can recognize it's Spawn. So I don't know if he's going to go like a whole spin-off series of that or if it's just going to be a one-shot. McFarlane revealed an animated project he's been sitting on for years. He says, no, not really, because I'd rather do the sequels on screen. Sure, you're like going, okay, let's just get more animation out, right? And let's do the follow-up of the animation on it, because I don't know if I've ever said we were in the process of developing the Return of the Spawn animation a while back. And then I got in a fight at the very end with production and the lawyer, so I just bought it all back. Now, I know that comes as a surprise that Todd McFarlane gets in fights with people. He seems like such a cool and level-headed guy. It's crazy, I know, but it happened.
I'll believe that Spawn movie when I see it.
Right?
It's only been like 25 years.
They got a 90-minute animated show that's been all drawn, minus the cells. All the voices have been done. Everything like we're ready. All we need is a little bit of Foley, which is sound effects and stuff, and then hand it off to the studio to actually draw, right? We're like, it's just sitting in a box waiting to go. I have just been sitting on that going, no, I think I need to get like the movie out, and then boom, once the movie comes out, if there's any success, then come out with that, but it's sitting there. So anybody that wants to do animation, the first thing I'm going to do is say, hey, I've got this ready to tee up. So it's not ready to go. It's kind of sort of ready to go. It's Todd, man. He's always got something going on.
Yeah, whether it's live action or animated, I'm excited if it could actually come out. But yeah, it's like, I don't know.
I'm a little leery of the live action one because I don't really agree with the casting choice of Jamie Foxx.
They just chose him to put butts in seats. That's it.
That could be it. But I don't know. I just don't. There was nothing wrong with dude from before. Like, he's still there. He's still willing to do it. The one that was in the first Spawn movie?
Yeah, Michael J.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Get him back in the suit. Make it better. You know?
Either one.
No, granted, I saw the original in theaters, and it was cheesy. But for its time, it was a damn good movie.
Yeah, I seen it on I think it was HBO, but it was, I don't know, I thought it was really cool. And then my friend got the soundtrack, and we would like listen to it constantly and like, watch the movie.
Soundtrack was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, they never want to listen to me when it comes to this stuff. I have such great ideas, guys. They should just listen to me.
Yeah, the animated one he's talking about is like a kit car. All you gotta do is put it together.
So did you guys catch the new Lanterns trailer that was on the other night?
Trying not to.
I haven't.
It was a lot better. They actually showed green in it. It was pretty cool. Let me give you a few pictures here from the Twitter page. It's a little dark, but you should still be able to see it. This is John and Hal. That is Sinestro.
In the top right?
What, you mean the alien that looks completely human?
Yeah.
It's got some slight hot dog pink colored skin.
Yeah, I think they're trying to like tone it down a little bit. Not quite as pink as the 2011 movie. And
that actor was great. I know he only had one or two lines in that movie.
Oh yeah, Mark Strong.
Yeah, but I thought he was great in that role.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought when I was scrolling through the pictures, I thought it was showing it on a thing. It said it was sharing it. Is it showing it? Is it showing it now?
Oh, now I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are complaining about Hal's suit. I think there's a lot of
like a Green Lantern suit. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of confusion about because a lot of people got their introduction in the Green Lantern through the 2011 movie, and I think everybody thinks that in the recent comics, I think people forgot that the suits started off as physical and they weren't all like energy based and all that. There's a whole lot of discourse about this. Basically, I'm like this. Just check it out, and if you like it, cool. If you don't,
I doubt it. The trailers haven't done anything for me.
Well, I'm kind of excited about it. The second trailer was a lot better. I'm a Green Lantern fan, and I'm going to check it out, and I'll make my own decision.
Yeah, my dad was a Green Lantern fan, and he's the one that introduced me to the character. What I've seen of this so far doesn't look like it's Green Lantern.
Well, they did have a pretty cool shot here. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Where Hal was he was getting shot at, and he was deflected a bunch of bullets, and just kind of this green energy sphere just kind of encircled him automatically. That was kind of cool. I haven't seen him wear a mask or anything yet. I don't think they're going to go to mask route. And in this last trailer, he did actually say the vow at the end of it.
Yeah, he sounded like he was just reading lines instead of saying it with purpose, like you're supposed to.
Did this show already, like, season 1 already come out?
No, it's coming out. I think it's August the 12th.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure the date. I could be wrong. I know it's August sometime.
But, like, not even one episode aired yet?
No, nothing's aired yet. Just they've had the one trailer that stunk everybody to high heaven. Everybody hated it, and then they aired this one. I think right before the con, or it could have been during the con. I don't know. I think DC had all their stuff yesterday, and then Marvel's today. Pretty much everything's Doomsday now, anyway. I don't know how I feel about Doomsday.
Is that what this picture is?
No, this is from an alien planet that John and Hal are on. I'm just kind of scrolling through the pictures.
Oh, looks very Dune-esque.
Yeah, a lot of darkness. There was a mention of manhunters and alien dead bodies, and they showed Guy Gardner very briefly in the trailer. I would show the trailer, but I don't feel like having to fight with YouTube later on. Or take 1,000 breaks just to play a 2-minute clip. It's so dumb how they do things.
Lanterns isn't worth fighting for.
Probably
No.
not. This is some kind of planet, ice planet or something. I think this is supposed to be where they keep the science cells in the series, where they keep Sinestro and all the other bad guys. I don't think it's Mogo.
I don't really know much about lanterns in the first place.
Could be Mogo, but probably not.
Whatever happened to that one lantern guy? He had a green cape and like a red shirt.
Oh, the original guy?
He was blonde, yeah.
Alan.
They made him gay.
Yeah, they made him gay.
Oh,
And he's
Yeah,
part
he's
of the
only been
Justice
around since like the
Society.
30s or 40s, and then all of a sudden he's gay now.
Yeah. These are the science cells.
that's why they give that big let him keep that big flamboyant outfit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like everyone else has a
Completely
straight
original
outfit.
idea.
There's another shot of Hal in his scuffed up outfit. It's so many people are throwing shade at.
And the uniform looks okay, but it looks kind of cool, but that's not a Green Lantern uniform.
And here's Sinestro. Now, in the trailer, when the light shifts, you can see his pointy ears a whole lot better. Oh. He doesn't just look like a guy that's got a real bad sunburn.
Okay, I got a Sinestro action figure because he was in the what's that David Finch comic, Evil, Forever Evil.
I missed that one.
I know of it, but
That
I
was
don't think
part
I
of the
know
New
that
52, right?
story.
I think it was like a couple years into it, and Jeff Johns went over to write it.
Yeah, I kind of noped out on the whole New 52 thing. When I saw they put Superman in a t-shirt and jeans, I was done. I'm not even going to look at this.
Yeah, Superman wasn't even in this one. The Syndicate or whatever, Crime Syndicate, took him out right away.
Well, it's a smart idea. He's the most powerful being opposition they would have.
Yeah, it's only like I think 6 or 8 comic run. I don't read a whole lot of DC or anything, but I found that one pretty fun.
It's a pretty good shot of Hal using the ring.
Sweet shades.
Yeah. He sounds pretty good as Hal, and I like the actor that plays him. He's pretty good at almost everything I've seen him in. For the life of me, I can't think of his name right now.
I can't think of it either.
The actors were fine, but for me, it was the visuals. Just that it's not Green Lantern.
Well, they're trying to make everything super reality based, I think, which is usually the first mistake. But again, everything is like early days. You got to wait and see what actually happens on the screen. At least they're not shying away from the color green now, so that's good.
Yeah, there's a little glint of it in that ring, so that's something, I guess. At least they got it on the right hand. Surprised they got that close with it.
It's a very dark trailer too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not as dark as Supergirl was, which I still haven't seen.
I'm probably not going to see that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to either. If I do, it'll be like super
when-
late or streaming or something. Or
Maybe when it's streaming and I don't have any financial loss to worry about by
yeah.
because going to the theater to watch something that I'm that unsure of just doesn't seem good, like a good idea to me.
This was some kind of portal that was opening up in the middle of some room somewhere.
The effects guys took a lot to do that one.
And then this
Maximum effort.
Something getting blown the hell up.
Whoa.
You see the red energy beam, you think Red Lanterns.
Yeah, the Trostis guy.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Got some weapons.
And John Stewart and this other guy fall out of this friggin' truck. That was another shot from the trailer. I do like the casting of dude, by the way. Aaron, what's the Aaron Pierre? I think his name is. I could be wrong.
I have no idea. He does look good for the role.
Yeah, he's impassioned about the character, so that's good. At least he sounds like he is. He's doing all the good talking points. And like I said, I'm fully on board with Dude as Hal. I'm still not sold on Fillion as Guy Gardner. I didn't really like him when I saw him in the Superman movie. And it's not that I disliked the Superman movie. I just didn't like it that much.
I hate to say it because normally I'm a stickler for referring to the source material, but Fillion looked stupid with that haircut.
He definitely did. He would have been a better Hal Jordan, probably.
Yes.
I'm not too familiar with that guy either, so I was cool with it.
He voiced him a lot in the animated shows.
Yeah.
This is Hal blowing something up with his ring.
Take that, you dumb car.
They didn't really show Hal making any constructs. The only construct you really see is, well, no, he did make a construct at the end. It was a beer bottle opener. But really, you see John Stewart make a bird. It's part of the joke when
he's trying to get him to fly, and
he's trying to get him to fly, and then he ends up making a bird. It would have been funnier if they'd have made an actual fly. But hey, what do I know? You don't see a whole lot of constructs. You see a few energy bursts. There was a scene where it was like some kind of vehicle. I think John might have made it. I couldn't tell if it was a vehicle or some kind of cannon or something. It was really, here's the shot where he makes the
if I remember right, his character was an architect.
Yeah,
so
and
being a Green Lantern would be a great job for him, knowing how to design everything like that.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I didn't like, and I've listened to a few YouTube interviews. Damon Lindelof is one of the showrunners on this show. You might recognize the name from shows like Lost and some other stuff. I think he even wrote a few books for maybe DC and Marvel back in the early aughts. He used the word rage a lot with Hal as far as how his powers work. I don't know about that.
Rage has nothing to do with the Green Lantern's power. It's all willpower based.
Yeah, isn't Rage that the Red Lantern?
Those are the Red Lanterns, yeah.
If he'd read a single Green Lantern comic, he would have known that.
I think this chick here is the town sheriff or whatever. And he was also saying a lot about her, that she's usually about 2 steps ahead of Hal and John. And immediately my red flag started going off and I kept hearing girl boss. I don't know. I don't want to sound like that guy. There's been so much of this lately. You just have to go into everything with a big dose of caution,
Kyle
I agree.
Chandler is that guy's name.
Kyle Chandler, yes.
I was
Friday Night Lights, yeah.
I wanted to say Ron Livingston, but I was like, no, that can't be him.
Oh, no. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all the pictures we got on that. Yep, that'll do her for now.
Well, it's cool that they're on HBO. I mean, I could watch it then because I got the HBO app.
I sail the high seas. I'm trying not to give anybody too much money. I gotta buy groceries and pay bills and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that game.
Which my friggin' my driver's insurance went up a whole damn $1, man. I'm like, why? Why would you do this to me? Progressive. How dare they?
Yeah,
Mine went up $20.
Rates just because they don't like to live in the zip code you live in.
John, you're roboting quite a bit. You want to check your mic, buddy?
He said he had thunderstorms too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna bring your page back up, your Kickstarter, and I'm gonna just kind of share it while we're drawing for a little while, if you don't mind, Sheldon.
No, I don't mind. It says share away it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem, man. I like the way this book looks, man. I'm not a big horror fan myself, but everything about this speaks to me, from the art to the colors.
Cool. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm not a horror fan. I mean, well, I guess I'm not a movie horror fan, but I do like some horror comics. Like Hyde Street is a cool one. And I was checking out some Creep Show now that it's back out.
Creep Show's back out?
Yeah, it's on Image, does it?
Oh, that's cool. That was the shit back in the day, man. With the creeper.
Yeah. That was, yeah,
So,
that guy freaked me out.
that was a dude. I thought that was a chick this whole time. For real.
Oh, well, it could have been a chick. I don't know. It could be a dude too.
I thought it was like some kind of messed up old lady.
You know, I used to think for years until I became an adult that Gargamel from Smurfs was an old lady.
Yeah,
I can kind of see it.
Because the way he talks too, I mean, it sounds very high-pitched, feminine.
God, Gargamel, that's a dude. I haven't thought that stuff in forever.
When I got older, I realized, okay, and he's bald too, and I don't know, I never figured it out.
What was the whole deal? Was he trying to eat the friggin' Smurfs?
I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, he wanted that or to take their power somehow, maybe both.
yeah. I always assumed it was kind of both.
What was their power?
Well, they're little magical creatures. He was going to use that somehow, just some nefarious end.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's weird. You don't really think about all that stuff.
No.
As a kid, you're just like, wow, this is a cartoon. It's great.
I
And
think
Yeah.
it came out kind of late for me.
How old are you in 1980?
In the 80s, I was born in 72, so I was starting to make the transition into being a younger man and finding girls. I was an early player back in the day. I was more into the whole G.I. Joe stuff and, Voltron, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I
those
would
were fun.
really only see, when I went up to my grandmother's house, she lived about 50 some miles away. Back then, for a lot of you younger people that may be watching, TV worked a lot differently back in the day. You only had like 3 or 4 channels. And depending on your region, your viewing was different.
Yep.
So I could be down in the country of Southern Maryland, and I could, on my ABC, I would be able to get stuff like Thundercats or, I don't know, Airwolf or something like that. And then go up to my grandmother's house 50 some miles away on her ABC, which is the DC area. She'd be getting totally different stuff. Like I could watch Voltron up there, Battle of the Planets. They had this whole, I think it was on the UHF, man. That was the one that, yeah, Channel 20. Man, there was this dude to come on the weekdays and the weekends. Captain 20, they called him. He had little Spock ears and everything, some kind of offbeat Starfleet uniform, and they would show all the cool sci-fi anime kind of cartoon kind of stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. That's where I got exposed to the both kinds of Voltron, the lions and the vehicles, Battle of the Planets, Robotech, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that shit at home.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought everyone had the same as a kid. I spent a few years in Portland, Oregon, and we had like basically any channel. And there was this guy named Ramblin' Rod. He had like a bunch of buttons all over his shirt.
Oh, cool.
He was the cartoon host, and well, everyone thought he was awesome just because, you know, everyone likes cartoons and they associate that with Ramblin' Rod. So, but apparently not everybody had that, because when we moved a few states away, it's like, well, where the hell's the Ramblin' Rod channel?
Ramblin' Rod channel. That's kind of cool, though. Yeah, you forget about that kind of stuff. Now, the streaming, you got everything everywhere, on-demand access all the time. You kind of forget, even the ones that grew up with it, just how hard it was to try to catch a freaking TV show. Like, if you didn't, a lot of times, man, early days, if you didn't catch it live, you weren't going to see it till it come back as a repeat.
If you were lucky.
Yeah, if you were lucky.
It was gone.
I started watching Saturday morning cartoons on like YouTube and stuff, and I've noticed even on there they'll have little commercials in between the cartoons, and or they'll have cartoons that, like you said, I had never seen before. I was like, what the hell is this?
Oh,
or they'll have some cartoon or a commercial from a business in like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm like, what?
So somebody uploaded their VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Sometimes me and Mama Donna, we go on a deep dive. We'll find these YouTube channels that has like old commercials from like the 80s and the 70s and shit like that. Man, you talk about some member berries being digested. Such cool stuff. I even come across the one. Remember the Schoolhouse Rock?
I remember it was a thing.
Yeah. My name is Bill. I'm up on Capitol Hill. Shit like that.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
That's Schoolhouse Rock? I thought that was an electric company.
No,
they had a whole bunch of stuff. Taught you the alphabet, how the body works.
Oh, okay.
Punctuation.
Thank God for YouTube.
Like, I barely remember any of that stuff, because that's when I my prime TV watching was like 88 to well, I remember when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first aired, so it must have been like 87-ish. But from then on.
Turtles was another late one for me. I say late, but not really.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much they took everything by storm. Like, I had to watch all the Turtles cartoons. I got snow boots that were Ninja Turtles and Trapper Keepers folders.
I remember the original Shredder action figure. He looked emaciated, but as a kid, you're like, this is so cool looking.
Yeah, especially with the commercials when all these other kids make it look awesome, like they're driving the turtle van and stuff.
Yep.
It's like, I need that.
All the turtle stuff. They got the Transformer stuff too. I was my big thing was Star Wars toys. I got a few. Mom got me these big, not Migos, but the superheroes. Like, I had a Batman that had these magnets in his hands and his boots, and I could stick them to like the side of the wall. I had a Batman and a Robin like that. I had the $6 Million Man. He had the bionic eye. That shit was pretty cool.
Whoa.
I don't think I had Oscar Goldman, but I did have the $6 Million Man. But the thing I played with the most was either the Tonka trucks, and Dad used to go to the hobby shop a lot because he used to build these World War II German Air Force called the Luftwaffe, World War II airplanes and stuff. And he would buy me these balsa wood and styrofoam gliders. And he put them together for me until I was old enough to start doing it myself. And we had this great big field out in the back of the house because we used to live back in the woods too in southern Maryland. And our neighbor, it was the neighbor's field, but he didn't care. He was a pretty good guy, Mr. Anderson. And we would go out when my cousins would come down and we'd have these friggin' gliders and we'd be throwing this shit all over the place. Or we would get in, me and Dad got into model rockets. And that shit was totally cool. You would take this big giant battery, right? And it had a little rod attached to the side. You had the igniters and the clips and all this other stuff. You build your rocket. You had these different size engines to put up in it. I think it went from A to D. And I think the company's name that made it was ESTES, Estes, maybe. But this is all early days. Early days tech. We would go out there. The very first model rocket we got was the Photon Torpedo from Star Wars. It was so cool. We launched that sucker, and it immediately got lost in the trees back in the woods. And it took Dad about 3 weeks to track it down, and then we got it. Shook it out of the tree. Got it all cleaned up. We couldn't use it again because it got all messed up. Basically, the rockets were a plastic nose cone, some tissue paper, the parachute, and the rocket engine, and like a paper towel tube. That was it. Maybe some decals and paint. That was it.
So one-time use, damn.
Dude, yeah, you talk about some fun stuff, man. So cool. So much fun.
Nowadays, if I was if I had that toy and it got lost in the trees, I'd be like, all right, it's gone forever.
Well, I mean, it was the only one we had, you know? I mean, those things were expensive back then.
I mean, but yeah, like nowadays, though, it seems like everything's so throwawayable, and I'll just get another one.
Oh, we hunted high and low for that thing, high and low, and it turned out it was in this big ass oak tree all the way in the right next to the creek. We had a creek that ran behind our house. We used to have a few pigs. My dad had aspirations of being like a pig farmer, but he loved animals too much. He was never going to kill anything. Oh. I think he tried to do it one time and it made him completely disgusted. He would never do it again. So, yeah. So they just kind of stayed back there and got fat until they sold them. Sold them to some other guy.
Someone else could kill these things.
Yeah, but I mean, it was some fun stuff, man. We got we started doing these custom built rockets too. We put together this one called the Odyssey. It was green fuselage, and we put all these little empty rockets on the back and like a ring around it, and it almost looked like I had a head of like a dragonfly almost, right? That thing never flew right, dude. Every time you would launch, it would do like about 5 spins in the air, hit the ground, and just the parachute would pop out when it was already on the ground. It was horrible. We had the X-Wing fighter. That was pretty cool, but every time it landed, dude, doesn't matter how well you planned it, where you launched, the wings would always break. Because it was the X-Wing. It had the X-Wings.
Oh.
Yeah. But it would launch with the rocket, like right out of its, the ass end of the fuselage and go straight up in the air. And then it had like, I think a modified nose cone where it would pop and do the parachute and it would come on down. And the wings would always break. But we always had fun putting it back together. And then my mother, Dad got a humongous rocket for her. This thing took the biggest rocket motor you could get. Damn near the size of your wrist, dude. Big around. And it was called the size D, I think, a D3 or something like that. And he put this thing stood about maybe 3-4 foot tall, this rocket, and painted it bright fluorescent orange and had a black nose cone, white fins on it, and Mom called it the General Lee. Never flew. It just sat in the living room forever. Never flew.
Did you guys try to make it fly?
It was too heavy to fly.
Oh,
Too heavy to fly.
I remember we used to have some rockets, but they were like these. You fill them up with water, and then you there's like an air pump that you pump into them. And
I don't remember
we were little kids at the time, so we couldn't make it. We could make them go about like 7 feet in the air.
Uh-huh.
But there was this older kid. He would sometimes show up at his grandpa's house who lived right next door to us, and he was able to get him to go like 50 feet in the air. Or that's how it seemed when we were little kids, anyway. I was like, "Whoa, these are the coolest toys ever!"
And my Talkatron skies, they were metal. They weren't plastic. They were metal.
Yeah, I remember the metal ones. They would get rusty.
Oh, hell yeah. I had a dump truck. I had a bulldozer. I had a forklift, but it was a little forklift. You know, that was my Smurf vehicle. What's up, Gnarly Mang in the chat? Good to see you, buddy. What else did I have? I had some cool shit.
You throw your Smurf toys in there?
No, that was I called it my Smurf toy. I used to have these die-cast metal 4x4 trucks. They had actual rubber tires. They were called stompers. You had to put like AA batteries in them to get them to go. And once you put them on, they would run into anything and flip over and shit like that. They were so cool. And of course, I had the wide variety of your Hot Wheels and your Matchbox. Although I was a bit of a stickler. I preferred the Hot Wheels to the Matchbox almost every time.
They did seem to put out a better car then.
Yeah, I always thought so. And I thought the wheels looked better. Like Matchbox they both had a certain way, or a certain style to the wheels that they had. You could always tell without even looking at the packaging who was who. God, I had so many friggin' Hot Wheels, dude.
Shit, I could have opened up my own car lot with the Hot Wheels I had.
I think the one toy I played with the most out of everything was like a $5 toy. Mom and Dad got for me for my birthday from the model shop, made by Tonka. It was called the Parachute Man, and he had these plastic parachute cords. It was like an action figure, like a G.I. Joe sized action figure, right? It didn't have the Kung Fu grip or nothing like that. He was like a jumpsuit, like an Evel Knievel looking kind of guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly, Michael. Hot Wheels over Matchbox for real. Oh, you know what? I saw they're making a Matchbox movie with John Cena, and I don't know, dude. Because why not? It's an IP. You know, just make the movie about it. I don't know. But this parachute man, he had like this really cool, durable nylon parachute. Some plastic cords that went and attached to the figure. And when I first got it, I really couldn't get it to do that much, you know, because you're a kid, you can't throw that far. There's only so much you can do. And then in my evil kid brain, I figured out if I got one of the biggest damn rocks I could find out in the field, wrapped up the parachute with it, and set that sucker's flooring, I could get some altitude on this figure. The only problem is I beamed several of my cousins doing this. It's just not smart. I would get in trouble a lot.
With a rock?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you take the rock, okay? You wrap up the parachute around it, and then you take and you just throw that sucker as hard and as far and as high as you can. And as the parachute unfurls, the rock comes out of it, and the rock keeps going. The parachute deploys, and the guy starts coming down. But if there's anybody there waiting for their turn to play with the parachute man, if they don't get the hell out of the way of the rock, well, they learn firsthand what gravity's all about.
Science experiment.
Exactly.
You guys knew how to rock.
Yeah, we did. We used to play this shit called hide and kill. We would take some toy guns, and we had these cool toy guns too. I don't know if they still make them, but you would pull the trigger and they would make these sparks inside the barrel. Did you guys ever have anything like that?
Yeah.
Oh man, so
Yeah.
cool. And they would make the noise like wah, 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 wah. So cool.
Yeah, my parents hated them.
And the cap guns.
Yeah, that where you could refill them with real gunpowder.
Yeah, I don't
I
even
mean,
know.
it was like a red tape or something.
The red tape with the black dots. I don't even know if they make those anymore.
No.
And then I had a wide variety of toy weapons, from AR-15s to cowboy guns, holsters, machine guns, all this kind of stuff. My cousins would come down. I had so many cousins, dude. Like, it was ridiculous during the summertime because we lived in the country, and all my cousins lived in the city, in the urban areas of DC, Prince George's County and whatnot. So they really didn't have anywhere to go do stuff like this. But you go down to Uncle Jimmy and Aunt Donna's house, go see your cousin Donald, or they called me Duck back in the day, and it was no holds barred, man. You do whatever the hell you wanted, and you had all the room in the world to do it in. So they would come down, and we would get all these guns and stuff out, and even the girls would get into it. And everybody would pick their guns. We'd divvy ourselves up into teams, and then we would go hide in the woods and all around the house and whatnot. And then we had one dude that was it. Of course, you had to have the it. They would do the counting loud to 100, and they would scream the numbers out. Everybody's got to be within earshot of everybody. And then once you got to 100, it's game on, baby. Game on. Laser tag without the lasers.
Hide and kill.
Yeah, man, hide and kill. That was the stuff. Then we got more advanced with it. When we got older, we was doing hide and kill with bicycles. And then it got a little crazy.
I remember we were doing that with what we call the hide and seek, with the 4-wheeler, my friend's farm. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, man. We make our own ramps and shit. Try to kill each other. It was fun.
I remember going to my aunt's house and riding one of those old Honda 3-wheelers.
Honda 3-wheeler.
Did you fall off of it ever?
You talking about the big wheels or like the?
No,
like the
it was like
actual
the
motorcycle?
4-wheeler, but it only had 3 wheels.
Oh, the ATVs.
Yeah.
I never got one of those.
I never fell off, but that's why I was always like, how are these so dangerous? I mean, nothing ever happened to me.
Yeah, my neighbors, my mom's neighbors, it was recent too. It was crazy. A dude died on one of those.
What? Damn.
Like, I always heard that story too of like, oh, there was this kid, he was riding on it and it flipped and it killed him. And so I never rode on a 3-wheeler because of that.
We had mini bikes. They're just like miniature motors. They're exactly what they sound like, just mini motorcycles.
Nice.
My cousin Jerry Lee, he was the oldest out of everybody. He got the biggest one. He had a Yamaha, and Dad went to the friggin'. It was called the Amish market, but it was like a big giant ass flea market. But there was a lot of Amish people that lived in our area, so they kind of ran it. My cousin Tim had one. Both of his and mine had like lawnmower engines in it. And of course, I was the run of the litter at the time, so I got the small one. And we would run each other down on this thing. It's just your ass all through the countryside, making our own trails and everything else, man. I think mine was red, and Tim's had like mine was like short and stout, like a mini bike. Basically a frame with wheels and an engine on it and a seat. And Tim's had, I think, if I remember correctly, his had like long handlebars and was green. And Jerry, he had the creme de la creme. His dad bought him his bike. It was we stored it down there because they had nowhere to store it. It was an actual Yamaha dirt bike. And yeah, we all hated him for it too, because once he got on it, he would go elsewhere.
The one that had long handlebars, was that like a chopper kind?
It was kind of like a chopper. It wanted to be a chopper, but it wasn't quite. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It was still a mini bike, but it wasn't that bad. And the one that I had, it had the big knobby tires on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like an ATV, but not an ATV.
Yeah, I remember those.
And my poor cousin Connie, she asked to ride it. She was all of 12, I think, at the time. So she came down. She's like, I want to get on it. I want to turn. I want to turn. Everybody wants to turn on your cool shit, you know. So nobody liked Connie, but it was unfortunate that she she gets on it, and Dad's trying to tell her how to drive it, but you know, no offense, ladies,
She's
you
not
guys are
gonna
kind of
listen.
hard headed, and you don't know how to drive. None of you know how to drive. So she immediately engages the friggin' acceleration, and she takes off like a bat out of hell. And the first thing she does is she goes across the field into the dirt driveway and flips over into the ditch. We go running after her. She has not let go of the acceleration yet. She's still revving this thing to death. She's upside down. She's fine. She's not hurt or anything. And she is screaming, and the engine is screaming too. The wheels they're going like, Connie, take your hands off the alarm. Take your hands off the. She was scared to death. Poor girl.
Nobody liked Connie, you said?
Yeah, she was kind of a bitch. She kind of still is. I love you, Connie.
She was like, you ever watch Always Sunny?
She wasn't quite that bad. Connie was always the one that would tattle on you. She'd always tell.
Oh,
Or she always knew better, you know? Little Miss Know-It-All kind of thing.
yep.
Yeah.
I've known quite a bit of Connies.
And
I'm
and
sure
the
we've
sad
all
part
known
is
girls like that.
I grew up to date a girl who became my fiance, and my almost mother-in-law was going to be called Connie. That was her name. And yeah, she turned out to be a stark raving bitch too. So I don't know. It's just something about Connies. If there's a Connie out there in the chat that's not like that, please let us know. I'd like to know.
We'd like to meet a friendly Connie.
A friendly Connie. So Sheldon, is there going to be an Occult Descent 3?
At some point, I want to jump into another comic after this guy because the story arc for this finishes up with this comic.
Okay.
But it's gonna keep going, yeah.
And how long have you been working on this?
I started in 2016 for a couple of reasons. One was because I wanted to make money. I could turn it into a comic real quick, and it looked professional, and people would buy my original art. So I thought, because that happened for my friend, and I was like, cool, I will do that then.
Yeah.
The other reason was I wanted to have
Rest
a
of
portfolio.
girls, we know.
Yeah, impress the chicks. I wanted to have a portfolio to bring to conventions that I could at least use the pages for something else afterwards if I didn't get a job. I did impress 2 chicks though with my art.
You were trying to impress chicks with your art.
No, I wasn't trying to, but I just so happened they were.
Yeah, don't do that. It never works.
No, it doesn't. That's why I was surprised. I mean, like, I don't know, this in one case, this chick kept hanging around my table and like talking about the art and stuff, and like, oh, how did you do this? It was I don't know, I wasn't getting the like when
You weren't getting no play. We know.
Well, when someone's like interested, sometimes you just don't get it. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Then someone else comes along and they're like, man, that chick was into you. Like, why didn't you say anything?
Oh, you weren't picking up what you were putting down.
Yeah, that part.
Sheldon, you poor man.
Well, that only happened, like I said, it only happened twice. So
That happened to me. I didn't realize it until much later in life. There was this chick, man. She was a cheerleader, of course. I had a massive crush on her. But I was never like popular, I guess you would say, you know. I was kind of a quiet kid in school. I just sat around doodling in my friggin' notebooks all the time. And Mary Beth Beard, oh my God, I love this girl from the moment I saw her, right? Never, ever got the courage to ask her out because I was a big chicken, all right? I wasn't a big pimp like I am now, guys.
yeah.
Not the big
It's hard to
player,
imagine.
right? So anyway, years go by. I get out of school. I'm in the service. I do my stuff, all that kind of stuff. I come home. I get in my accident. I heal, and I couldn't work for like a year. And then when I was able to go to work, I started off slow. I'm working at the local Walmart, and I'm living back at the house with mom and dad. They're helping me out because the accident took so much out of me, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm working in the friggin'. I've been working there for maybe 3 or 4 months, and I'm working over in the snack food aisle, and just I'm putting up like Chips Ahoy and shit like that. And at this point, it's been maybe 10 years since I've been in high school. Okay, it's been a while. So I've matured a little bit. I filled up because I was a skinny ass kid in high school. I mean, when puberty hit me, it was not kind at all. It just knocked all the baby fat off me in the summer. I shot up like a half a foot, and nobody knew who the hell I was when I came back to school that fall. Everyone was, who's this guy? So I see her and I recognize her immediately, and she's coming down the aisle, pushing her cart. And I was checking her out, and she was checking me out, and I was like, "Oh, damn, okay, I see what's going on." Because I've been in the service, I understood women a lot better. You know what I mean? So I still did not quite have the balls, right? So she leaves. She's going on and doing some other stuff to the store. It's Walmart. It's a big store. And the buddy that I'm stocking the stuff with, he's like, "Man, why don't you go ask that chick out, man? You obviously into her. She was obviously into you." So I quickly tell him what's going on. He goes, "Oh, come on, man. You can't be like that. Go over there. Check it out. Talk to her. Put it out there. Take a chance." I'm like, all right. So she wasn't that far away. She was just going down to, I don't know, cereal aisle or some shit like that. So I roll up on her, and she didn't recognize me because I looked a lot different. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, Don Edwards. Yeah, I remember you now. Yeah, we were in a lot of classes together, this, that, and the third." And I just, you know how it is. You see a girl that you like, you kind of fumble over your speech pattern a little bit. And then, of course, you inevitably say the thing that almost all guys say is, "I had the biggest crush on you back in the day." And then she said, the one thing I did not expect her to say, "Well, why didn't you ask me out?"
Then
And my mouth hit the floor, and I tried to pick it up. And I said, "Well, I guess I missed my shot then, but what about now?" And she said, "Sure, here's my number." And she wrote it on a piece of cardboard that I was carrying because I was carrying my stuff with me. And when you know it, I accidentally bailed the cardboard in the baler and lost the number and never, ever got a chance
damn it.
to go out with her.
get out of here.
I'm not kidding.
What kind of story is that?
Yeah, that's my life story, man. That is my life story.
You're your own cock blocker. Jeez.
I am my own cock blocker. Mary Beth Feared, the one that got away. So Mary Beth, if you're out there watching this at any given time in the history of the world, I'm still pining for you, girl.
That's funny. I guess that did not go how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, it never does when it comes to me.
Had a nice little twist on that story.
I mean, I had gotten some confidence, I was had my airs on. I felt really good about myself. And then, as it usually happens when I'm doing stuff, I got distracted. Time had passed, and I forgot that I even had that piece of cardboard box in with the trash. We would do the stock. We would, break the boxes down and put it in like a shopping cart, and then take it back to the back room and throw everything in the baler. And I totally forgot, and got in there, and I didn't realize it till after. Like, I'm getting ready to go get off.
Dive in.
And no, it had already been bailed.
Gotta go get off by yourself after that.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, what was the number? Oh
shit! As soon as I got around the corner, I would have cut that piece of cardboard off and put it in my
This was
pocket.
early days, guys. There were no cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah, that's why it's weird that you wouldn't remember the number, because I remember we used to remember everybody's number.
No cell phones like that. Well, I wasn't. Well, that's not true. I still remember our numbers from when I was a kid that are probably no longer in service. But I will never forget 884-8798 for as long as I live. Area code 301. Go ahead and call it, guys. I don't know who's going to pick up. Not me. But when you guys sent me to school for the first time, and that was the thing, you had to know 911 right off the bat. You had to know those 3 numbers. In case of emergency, who you going to call, son? 911.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. And what's your home phone number? And I must have, God damn, they
69.
must have made me say that thing 50 times over and over and over again. I will never forget those digits.
I grew up in a pretty small town. We didn't have 911. It was just a police number.
Wow. I don't even know if 911 would have worked where we were. We were in a pretty rural area for a long time. Well, now we are, yeah. But where we used to live has grown up quite a bit. It's ridiculous up there now. They got Best Buys and friggin' all the stores we ever wanted are up there now. And of course, we're way the hell down here.
You got a Taco Bell now?
Oh, just in time to catch the cyclospora disease. Awesome.
Hey, better late than never.
Yeah, we got a Taco Bell in town. It's not by itself, though. It's partnered up with KFC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, Long John Silver. Long John Silver. Yeah, that's what it is. KFC stands by itself. But I think I've seen Taco Bells with KFCs.
Yep, there's one
I
like
think
that.
the same parent company owns them.
Yeah, I think Pepsi owns both of them. Because, they can't have enough.
Oh, that would make sense because I remember I just watched.
Got to keep Coke from doing it.
Yeah, I just watched a reel or a TikTok or whatever, a short about that Pepsi couldn't get any restaurants to buy their products, so they bought their own restaurants.
Yeah, and there's a lot more. Like McDonald's has they've always had a Coca-Cola license. I think Pizza Hut has a Pepsi one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
KFC's got Pepsi. I don't really go to Wendy's that often.
A&W, did they carry Pepsi?
No,
They probably had the A&W root beer.
Yeah, they definitely had A&W root beer.
Although I've never been to an A&W restaurant.
It's been forever since I've been to one. I can't remember the last time I went to one.
Yeah, ours closed down, but last time I was in there was probably like 12 years ago.
My Aunt Phyllis used to work at one. Did Phyllis used to work at one, Mom? Yeah.
Yeah. And hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs, all that shit.
Oh, nice.
We pretty much got the basic generic shit here. We got a McDonald's. We got a Burger King right up the road from us. Couldn't get
I
a
like
Mickey
Burger
D's.
King better than McDonald's.
Oh, I love Burger King.
I like the McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
My youngest will hardly eat any other fries but McDonald's.
But since we got an air fryer, and we got it during COVID when we got our COVID money. We bought an air fryer, and I didn't really use it that often. Last couple of years I started using it. When I'm watching my weight and everything, trying to slim down. And it was maybe 6-7 months ago, maybe. And I picked up. I didn't even know. This is where I'm going to sound completely ignorant. I didn't know they sold these kind. They had like the French fries that you could buy in the freezer pack in the store.
Yeah.
Where you could cook them in an air fryer. Right?
Yeah.
I know you could get like microwavable ones and stuff like that, which they always taste like total ass when you microwave them, or they're too crunchy. They're either soggy or they're crunchy.
Yeah, soggy in the microwave.
Yeah. So I saw these ones, Nathan's Finest, I think it's called. It's in like a green wrapper. Same ones that make the hot dogs.
Yeah.
So they had those and onion rings. And what got my eyeball over that way was the onion rings, because Mom loves onion rings. And she can never get enough of them. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy these onion rings for her and check it out. And then right next to them, they had the French fries, the crinkle cut French fries. And turns out you could put them in the air fryer. And it takes like 10 minutes at 350.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, man, let's do this. Best goddamn fries I've ever had in my life, man. Best. Better than McDonald's, better than BK, better than anybody.
And you made them.
Yeah, and Yeah, they're only like they usually have them for like $5.99 a bag, and you can get like 2 servings out of that sucker. 2 big servings of fries. And a lot of times they'll have them on sale for $4.99. So we go up there quite a bit, and we'll start talking about old man shit, buying groceries.
Well, air fryers too. I never thought I'd be like advocating for air fryers until my friend, he made some salmon, and I was like, I don't mind salmon, I'll eat it, but out of the air fryer it was like crunchy, and it was supposed to be crunchy, and it was awesome. It tasted amazing. And then we had ribeyes out of it, and then next thing I was cooking everything out of his air fryer.
I cook a lot of things on the counter. I got an electric. It's like a grill / frying pan. I cook a lot of stuff in that thing. Omelets, eggs, steaks, pork chops, and I've really perfected the art of cooking on the electric skillet.
Nice.
And Mama Donna loves it, man. She cannot get enough of my fried potatoes or my pork chops. She loves my T-bone steaks. And my the mashed potatoes, man. I got a Black & Decker freaking mixer. We had this old, what was it called? Not a Procter & Gamble. Yeah, it was an old piece of shit mixer. This thing was beat to hell. I know it was at least 30 years old. And I finally got rid of it, and I got a new one for like $14 at Walmart. They had it on sale, clearance or some shit. Black & Decker. This thing's high powered, dude. It's got turbo on it. Okay, it's so high powered. I can't beat the friggin' potatoes. I can't mash the potatoes in the bowl, the pot that I normally put it in, because it just throws potatoes everywhere. Even at its lowest setting, it's like, no, I got the mash. I got to get up and go. I got to send stuff across the room, bro. You got to know you did this. And it's
full tilt, full time.
We get the Heinz bottle of gravy, the beef flavored gravy, with these mashed potatoes, gentlemen. I'm telling you what, to die for, to friggin' die for. I mean, I'm not one to toot my own horn. We already know I am the best at everything I do. But
you're the best cardboard baler they have this side.
Yeah, right. I'm the best phone number forgetter in the state of Virginia, guys. Well, I kind of have to.
Well, you won't let me in the kitchen.
Hell no, I'm not letting you in the kitchen. You got retinopathy in both your eyes. I could see you out there now. Hey, I'm gonna tenderize some meat. And I go out there later. There's fingers on the floor. That's not supposed to happen.
Instead of throwing the mashed potatoes, Mama Donna will get thrown out of the kitchen.
Mashed fingernails.
The sugar tastes funny.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I got her hooked on. Sugar beans. I take these. Now, they're not super sugared up, okay? She's a diabetic. I know I got to watch everything I do. I get the big cans of the Bush's beans, right? I put them in a pot, bring them up to a slow boil. And I take some brown sugar, not a lot, but just enough. Throw some water in the bad boy in a cup, mix it all up, and put it in there and let everything caramelize. She can't get enough of it. She loves the sugar beans. Her blood sugar doesn't like it, but she loves it.
Yeah.
So we always got to be careful with that stuff. And the funny part is, my old man, when he was alive, he was like, there's no way in hell. And Mom was like this too, because I was pretty reckless and carefree. I know it's hard to believe because I'm so cautious and understanding and everything all the time. But they were like, there's no way we're ever going to let you in the kitchen to cook anything. You're lucky we let you in here to eat, because you're crazy and you will burn the house down immediately. And now here I am doing all the cooking and actually quite good at it.
Damn good.
I just still got to burn that house down, huh?
Not yet, man. I wish he'd have been alive to actually have some of my cooking. He missed out on all that. But the one time, my old man loved to drink coffee, guys. He must have had 10, 15 cups of coffee a freaking day. So he's sick. He's laid up. He pulled his back or something. Couldn't get up. In the rocking chair in the living room. I'm in the back bedroom. I'm screwing around, doing something. Mom and Nana at the store doing their thing. Now, the old man had what was that operation called? Laryngectomy? Where they got the hole in the throat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't talk.
He couldn't talk.
Tracheotomy?
Yeah, tracheotomy. That's what it is. He could whisper really loud, and after so many years, we got to a point we could understand what he was saying. So I could hear him all the way in my back bedroom because I was living back home at the time. And he said, "Hey, Doc," because he was the only one that ever called me Doc. Really, come out here. So I come out here, and he's sitting in the rocking chair, on his little laptop, looking at PC magazine, something I don't know. And I'm like, "What do you need, Dad?" He goes, "Fix me a cup of coffee," because he had pulled his back the day before. And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to fix the coffee. How does Mom do it?" So he told me how to do it. I think it was how many tablespoons of sugar? 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the coffee cooking in a coffee
Not tablespoons, teaspoons.
teaspoon. Yeah, whatever. That might be why I screwed it up. So, you always want to make your father happy, most of the time.
Don't let him open a can of biscuits.
Oh, shit, no. So I fixed the coffee, took it out of the pot, put the little bit of milk and the sugar and all in there, take it into him. And, I said, "Here you go. Enjoy." Took one sip, spit it out, looked at me and says, "Boy, if you ever give me a cup of this shit again, I will take my pistol out and shoot you dead. Are you
Damn.
trying to kill me?" He says, "You will never fix me coffee ever again." I'm like, "I'm sorry. What did I do wrong?" He goes, "I don't know, but this tastes like hell. Pour this shit down the sink and give me a soda." Okay. So never again. Mom come home. She goes, "What can I get you, Jimmy? Will you please give me a goddamn cup of coffee?" He said, "Don't ever leave here again without me having at least a cup of coffee in my hand before you go out that damn door." Ruin his day.
I could see that. Yeah, ruining your cup of coffee.
Ruin his day. It was like the 8th one he had, Something else.
He was just starting up with it.
He drank a lot of coffee, though.
Not me.
No, not you. You would have coffee when you would have like cookies or something. Or
Yeah,
cake
usually
every now and then. Yeah. I could never get into coffee.
couldn't fit in the cup anyway.
Oh, Jesus. That's Mama Donna humor.
Coffee, I was listening to Rhonda Patrick. She was talking about a study where people that drank 3 to 5 cups of ground coffee, just black coffee, had a low 30% or 35% lower all-cause mortality. And I was like, that's why I'm going to keep drinking coffee. I'm not addicted. I'm being healthy.
Yeah, there you go. Well, my
It's really a
thing,
public service to keep me properly caffeinated.
my thing has always been soda. Soda. I got a little too much soda. And it's not good for you. We all know this. So I have since tried. I swore off soda one time, and was off of soda. I did really good. I drank just from not drinking sodas,
Nice.
which would further demonstrate exactly how many sodas I was drinking. When I was working overnight stock at Winn-Dixie in the grocery store, gentlemen, I could put away a good 5, 6, 20-some ounce bottles, smell of yellow instantly. Not a problem for me. I use it as a motivation engine to keep me going. I see you, Joe Cola. I had Joe one time in the service, dude. Hell no. I will never have that shit again. That stuff is worse than crack cocaine for me. Oh, my God. We were coming off of a 12-hour watch, and even though I was dead tired, my buddy Montgomery wanted to go to the club that was on base, right? I was like, all right, fine. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. This thing never closed. I was dog tired, dragging ass. They had this little like, not not a 7-Eleven, but kind of like a 7-Eleven kind of store on base, you know. We go in there, and I was looking for a Mellow Yellow, but I couldn't find one. And Jeff comes over there. He goes, "Get that," and he pointed to his Jolt. And I'm like, "I've never had that before. What's it taste like?" He goes, "Trust me, you'll be fine. You'll love it." Now I had maybe a light dinner a good 6-7 hours before. I hadn't ate nothing else since at that time. I took one nice sip of that Jolt Cola. I would say within a good 2-3 minutes, I think my pupils got to be dilated to about the size of tractor tires, and I was ready to do sprints up and down Pier 6 today, all day. Let's do it. Let's just do everything right now. It was like crack cocaine, dude. I was ready to go. That caffeine hit me square in the ass, and I was fine for about an hour and a half, right? And then when I crashed, it was like I was moving in slow motion. I had to get another soda or something. It was ridiculous. But then again, I was working off of barely any sleep too, because we were doing 24 on, 24 off at the time too.
Whoa.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I only tried that Jolt Cola one time and had a similar experience. I was like, I don't understand how people need this much energy.
You ever heard of one called Surge?
Yeah, I never tried that one.
Yeah, that was like the
Jolt
devil's
Cola for Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Oh God, Mountain Dew.
I remember the commercials for Surge. I didn't understand them when they would like race over all that garbage.
Yeah, I think that was the point.
Yeah.
Bunch of drug-addled youth trying to promote a product.
Yeah,
I drank these as a kid, and I didn't really think a whole lot about it. And then for the longest time, I had never had one. And then I got them again earlier this year. Started finding them at like Circle K's. Now I can only seem to find them on like Amazon.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because apparently they had stopped making them years ago, and then someone else had bought the rights to them. Somebody that makes energy drinks or something. And I guess they bought the recipe or the rights or whatever to Jolt Cola. And so then I was finding them at the occasional Circle K around me. By the time I got used to having them around, they stopped making them.
I tried an energy drink one time. That the Red Bull stuff.
Red Bull?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Number one, I couldn't get through the whole thing because it tastes like sugar chalk.
Yeah,
that's what friggin' Monster tastes like. The original recipe for Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, the green can.
I don't see how anyone can drink that stuff.
Well, this guy I knew swore by it. I was doing a late night shift at the warehouse one time. I had a bunch of old cable boxes that I had to program, and it had to be done that day, you know. So I'm running severely behind. I'm tired as shit, you know. And the only thing that I could get at the gas station was a friggin' can of this Red Bull shit. So the buddy I'm working with, trust me. You know, I guess I never learn from people who say trust me. He said, "Trust me, man. This will wake your ass up, and it will keep you going for a long time." I use it all the time. I'm like, all right. So I buy it, and it was expensive too. These things are not cheap.
Yeah, I don't see how Red Bull maintains their business because cans generally half the size, and they charge at least $1 more than what the regular ones do.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like almost $5 a can or some shit like that back in the day. And got back to the warehouse. I popped the top on that sucker, and I took, again, I just, no holds barred. I just took one big old gulp and was like, wow, instant regret. Just tasted horrible. I'm like, what are you doing to me, man? Are you trying to kill me? He's like, no, man. What's the matter? I'm like, this tastes like friggin' chalk water. He goes, well, it's not supposed to taste great. It's just supposed to keep you awake. I'm like, you know what? If I could fire you right now, I would. You suck.
Should have used your dad's pistol line.
Right?
The one good thing about Red Bull is that they're a family-owned business, not a corporate conglomerate that answers to their shareholders.
Well, they must be super wealthy then, because they sponsor so
Yeah,
many.
they were one of the oldest energy drinks that I could think of.
Yeah, they were the first one I heard of. Also,
Because
Yeah,
I want to
here.
say they came out around the time I was getting out of the Marines. So around 2003 or so is when I found energy drinks. And Red Bull's always been around. I think it came from Italy or something.
It's
Italy.
possible. I don't know that
Maybe.
much about them.
I think it's a European one, but I just remember that they've always been around as long as I've known about energy drinks.
I know they do a lot of extreme sports stuff.
Yeah, I like those, but I was thinking about their commercials. Their commercials are kind of lame.
It gives you
Not once have I ever grown wings drinking that shit.
me neither, dude. And I'm
False
never going
advertising.
because I'm never going to drink that stuff ever again.
The
Yeah,
one that
no,
I
I
like
don't
was
drink it either.
the one called Bang.
Oh
Dang.
man, that
I
reminded me of
liked that
Jolt.
because they had a wide variety of flavors. That way, I'm not just drinking the same thing over and over again. And then I think they got one of their competitors, maybe Monster or somebody, caught them in some kind of technical snafu and something they had written on the side of their cans, and they had ended up going out of business because of it. Now they've come back, but they only have like maybe 5 flavors. And
Oh,
wow.
they had hell almost an entire section at one point of the cooler at the gas station would have different Bang flavors. Now you've got like the same 5 just about everywhere you go.
That must be local to you because I've never heard of that.
They used to have them at Walmart. They had a big bunch of them at Walmart. until
Bang's pretty popular. You get to gas stations. Walmart had a whole section of them.
Huh.
But it's just now, because it was something they had written on the outside of the can, or an ingredient they maybe made up or something. I can't remember, but it was stupid.
Yeah, my
And-
nephew was telling me about it.
Yeah, and one of the competitors used that against them and got them pretty much out of business because of it. And I'm like, shit, man, that was my brand was Bang. And it's like now it's like I don't really like any of the flavors because it's all their basic stuff that it's like you've had a million times. Like I don't want any of those flavors.
I tried that 5-hour energy shit that they sell in like
That's
the grocery
never done
store.
anything for me.
It made me sick, dude. Like I had a deadline. I was working on a 64-page graphic novel. I had 45 days to do it, and I was coming down to the wire, So I go to the food line one night and getting stuff for dinner rather, and I see this shit in the checkout. I'm like, 5-hour energy, huh? And I got a deadline. All right, let's try it. That's my version of me telling myself to trust me, right? Trust me. What could go wrong? Oh my God, dude. Not only did it not do anything, but I think it made me a little sick in the stomach, and it might have gave me diarrhea if I remember too.
Mess with your gut microbiome.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty harsh. So I think the moral of my story is just stay the hell away from so-called energy drinks altogether.
Yeah, you should have wrote the note to drink the 5-hour energy drink on a cardboard box. You forgot all about it.
That would have been nice.
And you would have remembered
shit.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I can't believe I feel like I've missed out on a great story because of that.
Well, now here's some other interesting tidbits about it too. I have since several times tried to look her up on like Facebook and stuff, and I never find out anything about her. Name never comes up or anything. It's almost like she never existed.
Like she was just in your head.
Yeah, I mean, I know she was real because she's in the yearbook, but I mean, it's like, well, I mean, I don't know if her name was spelled like Mary Beth, all one word, or if it was Elizabeth, if she goes by Elizabeth now or what. Like, I know like nothing about her at all. Just that she was hot and I wanted to get in her pants. and
So
I
classic.
sabotaged myself.
Cockblocked yourself.
Yeah, that's a special feeling.
In typical Don Edwards fashion, that's exactly what I do. You know how they say the Parker luck? Well, I got the Don luck. So there it is.
Don 1 to Don.
Oh, the Don Juan stuff never played well with me, man. Never. I was never a player or a pimp. Like I would have girlfriends and stuff, and I would date, but I was never like the Don Juan Daranuch or nothing like that.
It's doggone for you instead of Don
pretty
1?
much doggone for me, yeah.
Unless you got the money.
Never had the money. I think the most money I ever had at one time was maybe a few grand. And we had that because of wartime pay when we was in the Gulf. We all had a big stack of hundreds when we went over to Hong Kong. And
That didn't last long.
Nope. We blew it on a penthouse hotel room. And I don't want to say hookers, so I'm not gonna. And alcohol. But it was a fun time, I'll tell you that much. What I can remember of it anyway. It was pretty fun.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, we got
note to self, make a lot of money.
We got a penthouse suite. Well, it was all tax free because we were active duty war,
Oh wow.
Coming from the Gulf.
It was one of the few perks of being in the military.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Like we were making money hand over fist back then. And we did like a not quite 7-month tour. We had to stay a little bit longer. Normally it's like a 6-month tour, but we had to stay a little bit longer. I can't remember why. And
so that was more penthouses and alcohol and not hookers.
No. When you were overseas, you really didn't do shit. You were stuck on a boat with about 400 other dudes. It's different now because it's all co-ed, but back then it was not co-ed.
No, they still don't let you go do anything.
And every now and then we would pull into port and have liberty, but you're talking about the Middle East, and it's different now, but back then, basically all you're going to do is either make a collect call home and piss your parents off with the outrageous phone bill.
Oh, they wouldn't cover it for you?
Not after the first one. The first time I called collect because I didn't know any better. I think mom said I talked to her for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and she had like a $400 phone bill.
Shit.
And she was like, "No, we're not doing that anymore." Like, I love you, but unless you're dead, I don't care. I'm like, okay. And I had no girlfriends to call at the time, so that was fun. And we would, they had like a bar you could pull into. We went to the small country called Bahrain.
Yep,
went in there.
It hasn't gotten much bigger.
Yeah, and basically your choice was flat fucking Budweiser or Foster's beer.
Oh yeah, Foster's.
Yeah.
Apparently
Foster's is good
Australian
stuff,
beer.
man.
Foster's was okay, but I like my long necks. You know what I mean? I'm
As
an
long
American
as it's a
man.
lager, I'm pretty happy.
So it was that, and if you got the time off, and you didn't get a lot of it,
No, God forbid they gave you any time to relax.
And being that you were in a constant state of readiness and war, it was really hard to relax and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was all that going on. Now there was a couple of guys, they went to like the camel races and shit like that. I didn't partake in that goofy shit because I didn't really care about it. When I was young, very young at the time, in my early 20s, all I wanted to do was get laid, dude. That was it. Get drunk or get laid. I didn't care about anything else. Yeah, I didn't care about anything else. That was my sole purpose in life. If I wasn't drawing something stupid or reading a comic or pulling watch.
You weren't a video game person?
I was in the Navy, dude. I had nowhere to play video games.
They didn't have I thought in the military they make everything as American as they can on the bases. Or
no, they don't give a shit about us.
No, dude. It may be different now, but in the 90s, no.
Yeah, I mean they have. When I deployed, there were ways you could bring your Xbox or whatever system it was with you, but they're real strict on how you hook it up, how much you hook up to the electrical outlet, and they were always monitoring that kind of stuff because
Oh yeah.
some moron would hook up every electrical thing they owned, and then they'd blow the breakers or do some serious damage. So
Yeah, you got limited power resources on those bad
yeah,
boys, man.
they limited it as much as possible.
Yeah.
You run your fucking stereo too loud, you're going to hear about it. I mean, it used to be that way. I don't know what it's like now. Now it
Not
might
much
be a little
better.
different. Probably not too much different. I don't know. And again, this is the 90s. You didn't have that kind of shit back then. I don't even think the PlayStation was out then. I think we were still dealing with like the Atari. we had like a we had a 13-inch color TV in a steel box up on the wall with a beat up Betamax VCR. That was our
A
entertainment.
Betamax in the 90s?
Yeah, man. This is the service, man.
Jeez.
The top of the line, baby.
I haven't seen a Betamax since like the mid 80s.
Yeah. The only time life got better is when we pulled into port and we hook up to shore power. Then it wasn't so, not everything's so limited. And then a lot of us, if we didn't have duty and, we had time off, we would just go our separate ways.
All right.
If you're like on the weekend, when you're in port, it's almost exactly like having a 9-to-5 job.
Oh.
You wake up 6:30 or so. You do your muster, which is you do name roll call and shit like that. And then they tell you what you got to do for the day, what's coming up, this, that, and the third. And then you just go do your fucking job. And then you knock off at about 5, 6 o'clock. And if you don't have duty, which means if you have duty, you have to do a watch station. And you can't leave the ship without special permission. You have to stay on board because that's part of the watch duty. But if you don't have watch, if you don't have duty that day, you can knock off, leave the boat, do whatever the hell you want all night, and just make sure you're back in the morning at roll call, which is usually like 7 o'clock, reveille, maybe a little earlier. I don't quite remember. It's been a long time for me. And then you just muster up and do your damn job. That was it. When you're underway, it's way different because you're on a boat and you're not going anywhere. You're stuck on a board dead ship with everybody else until you go to port. Okay.
So did you do a lot of drawing then when that happened?
Actually, no, not at first because I wasn't really into comics anymore.
Oh.
I didn't get back into comics until on the way back from the Gulf. We hit Hawaii, and I saw the new X-Men by Jim Lee and Claremont.
Yeah.
And dude, it had been like the late 80s since I had even seen a comic book. Like I was an avid reader when I was a kid, always reading comics. But I got out of it right about the time I turned, I don't know, 11, 12 maybe. I really didn't have a lot of comics. Like Mom sold most of my comics at yard sales.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean I had the original Incredible Hulk where he made up with Wolverine,
Yeah.
I had that. And I mean you don't know these things, when the shit's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, I didn't think I was into it anymore. Anyway, long story short, I saw these comics in a book rack. And my mind was blown out because I was used to a certain level of craftsmanship. And I saw this stuff, and my mind was blown. And I actually started reading it. I'm like, wow, this is super detailed writing. This is like reading a movie,
Yeah.
So they had the first 3, instantly bought it. And my buddy wanted to get a couple of skin mags, so I went over to the magazine section with him, and they had a Wizard over there, right next to Penthouse and Playboy, everything else.
Hey, that's the best place.
Yeah, it's where it should be.
It was Wizard number 9. I'll never forget it because it had Bart Sears, who was going by the pen name Whitman, because I didn't know
Venom?
that at the time. Yeah, that's him. It had Venom on the cover, and I knew who Venom was. And he was drooling, had a big puddle of drool on the cover. And I'm like, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. So I picked it up, and it wasn't in poly bags at that time. And I leafed through it, and I'm like, this is like all the information about comic. Like, look at all this that I've been missing on. What's this Image comic shit? What is all this? I don't know what any of this is. So I bought that because it was the only one they had. Took it back to the boat and read up on it, and just like that, dude, I was hooked. So we had another couple of weeks. I think it took like a week to get from Hawaii to back to California, San Diego. And I looked up where to go to a comic book store. And they had one. You had to take a trolley. You had to get like 4 or 5 stops. And there was one in La Jolla. And you had to walk about 1.5 miles to get to it. And I went into the comic book store, and I had just got paid. And I could not believe all the shit that I was seeing, man. Youngblood and Wildcats and all the Marvel stuff. I mean, it was all peak all at one time, you know? And I was just like, yes. Just yes. I had both arms full of comics. Took it up there. I think I spent like $200-$300, man. And this is 90s money. It's a lot of dough, a lot of comics. 2 big freaking burlap sacks. He had to give it to me in burlap sacks. That's the weight of the comics I had, right? Carried him back to the trolley. I was sitting there waiting for the thing to show up. I had like maybe a 15-minute wait. I'm cracking open the X-Men's and the Wildcats, and I'm just like, God knows I have missed that. This stuff has come so far. Like, what is this world that I'm about to enter? And for the next several days, I was just in a stupefied bliss of comic book reading. It was great, dude. I was getting reintroduced to old classics. They had they were doing the Avengers run. I think who was doing they were doing the Kree Skrull War. I think it wasn't Perez. It was shit, I can't remember who the hell was drawing the Avengers back then. But it was like a total sci-fi. I was so into it. I had like maybe the first 2 or 3 issues, maybe 4 of Wildcats.
Okay.
Lots of Youngblood. I had all the early Image shit, dude. I mean, just based off the covers alone, I had to get it all, you know?
Yeah.
And oh my God, dude. And then I was sitting there reading, and I realized that I really love this shit, and that I want to do this. This is what I want to do now. And I went to the PX. I bought some drawing paper and a couple of pencils, and I just started drawing everything that Jim Lee was drawing in the X books because I loved his style so much.
Yeah.
And I was trying to copy him, and I copied him, and I copied him, and I copied him. I was trying to relearn how to draw. I hadn't drawn in years, you know, not even doodled. And I think we did another. We used to go out to Catalina like once every couple of weeks for like just some, you know, drills and stuff like that.
Oh, drills.
It's the little Catalina Island. You go out, you know, go around it and then come back.
Catalina wine mixer.
No, not quite.
Catalina wine mixer.
And yeah, I started creating my own team, which would now be Omega Mission now. But back then, when I first started doing it, they were called the End Force, END Force. That was my highfalutin name for them.
Was that an acronym?
No, it just, you know.
Oh.
I had the story that I'm working on now. I've always been a big fan of Chariot of the Gods, that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And that whole theory about, you know, ancient astronauts and gods that could be astronauts and stuff like that. My dad got me into all that. And I've read the books, God, so many times. And I couldn't think of a better I wanted to take that and put it into comic book form, but with superheroes, because I love all that shit, you know, sci-fi, superheroes, the ancient astronauts theory, cowboys, Indians, all of it. I just wanted to put it in a blender and see what would come out. And it's taken all this time.
Put it in your air fryer.
So
yeah, that blender you got.
Yeah, it's taken all this time to get the story even close to being remotely readable because it's just so much stuff to fit into one concept.
I never heard that before.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
No, I'm kidding. I've heard that a few times. But
I know,
you're getting the, I don't know, you're piecing it all together, though?
Yeah, I've rewrote the script maybe 40, 50 times. It's never ending process. I'll write it and then I'll go back and I'll reread it and then I'll think of something cooler or a better way to do something or something I might have forgotten that I want to put back in. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And I'll go and I'll do that. I'm not quite as bad. Like I got a very good idea of what I'm doing with this book. I mean, I've actually started drawing it, so I better.
So for your art, when you were getting back into it, you said you bought pencil and paper. What was your Rocky montage like for drawing, getting back into it?
Lots of heavy metal.
Heavy metal and just copying Jim Lee?
Yeah, a Discman, earphones, a little table tucked away in the barracks, a really hard-ass chair, a mechanical pencil that I still have to this day. I can't draw with it anymore, but it's my lucky pencil. A translucent blue mechanical pencil made by Pentel.
Nice.
One of those edged eraser tips that you put on it, and just those old cheap ass sketch pads you buy at like Kmart or Walmart or something like that.
Yep.
Lots of those, and just doing it.
Did you
And then
fill a bunch of them up?
yeah, and if I don't have them anymore, but yeah.
Oh,
And if
that'd be
I
cool to
ran
see.
out of those papers, I would go over to the purser's office, and they would give me copy paper to draw off of because I was friendly with them. They gave me like a whole ream of that shit, copier paper, and I would just waste that. Just trying to, warm the muscles up. And then I would go when we get to port much later on. I would go to the Barnes and Noble, and I would pick up anatomy books and drawing books and books on this and books on that and how to draw the Marvel way. All the things they tell you what to do. And
Yeah.
I was basing all my knowledge and education off of Wizard Magazine because there was no internet. I had no other way to learn it. I went to San Diego Comic-Con one time. This was in 1993. And it's nothing like it is now. And I had my bullshit portfolio reviewed by not Mark Grunewald. Why am I saying his name? Ralph Macchio, not the actor, the editor.
Editor?
Yeah. And everything I showed him was a Jim Lee drawing. Everything. Because I thought that's what they wanted.
Yeah,
And,
should have knocked his socks off.
Well, no, there was plenty of artists where they told them to emulate Jim Lee.
Yeah, well, this was 1993, so everything was Jim Lee at the time. And he looked at me and he said, you're not quite ready yet. And word of advice, there's already a Jim Lee. I know what he draws like. I know what his stuff looks like. I want to see, what's your name, son? I said, Don Edwards. He goes, I want to see what Don Edwards can do. He goes, you put the Jim Lee books away, draw from your mind, use reference, of course, but come back and show me what Don Edwards can do. And then we'll talk.
Oh, man. You didn't write that down on a piece of cardboard?
No. But I never went back because I got out the service that came on.
Oh.
So, yeah, I never went back. And I haven't been to a convention since. I only went to San Diego Comic-Con because I read about it in Wizard. And I think the go at the time might have been $30.
Oh, wow.
Super cheap, man, because it wasn't like it is now. I caught a video on YouTube the other night.
You could damn near go into debt to go to a con now.
I think Chris Gore from Film Threat was doing a walkthrough. And like over half of the con floor, it is so much bigger than I remember. Over half of the con floor is movies, cinema, TV shows, merch, all that shit.
Yeah.
The comics are at the very back. And I'm like, oh, God, what happened? Like, you got to go all the way to the back. And he goes, as Chris Gore is walking through, he's like, I'm going to take you guys to the back of the convention where the comics are, where it's sadly less crowded. This was on a Thursday.
Oh, man.
It was still super crowded.
Yeah, it's sad that so many cons are less about the comics
Yeah.
that made them popular in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to go to the San Diego Comic-Con in 2012, and no, 2013. But then like so many people wanted to come in, so like they had all these servers that you'd like wait in a server, and then if they called that, then you could all the people in that server could buy up to 4 tickets.
Wow.
And my server never got called, and I was like, this is retarded. Like I can't even like, I mean, I could, if it's expensive, it's like, okay, I'll pay it, but like I can't even get the option or the chance to pay for it.
Damn, that is messed up.
So I went to New York that year, and it was way easier. Just like, oh, you want these tickets? Here they are.
That's how it should be.
I almost went to the New York one at the Javits Center when I lived up in Philly, but I totally forgot about it.
It was so huge. It was like the largest convention I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Shit, it's been a few years since I've been to MegaCon in Orlando, and hell, parking is pushing like $50 a pop, and they don't even guard your car, or no security really.
What?
And then, I mean, God forbid you want to park yourself, because then you're a mile or so away in the Florida heat before you even get into the convention center, where you're in a never-ending line, and there's the cheapest option was at least $50, and it seems like it jumps like $20 a year. So I didn't even go like the last 2 years.
We don't.
Because I went after my last deployment. I got home just in time to go, and it was a spontaneous decision. And I mean, I still managed to have a good time, even though I was meandering for a good 4 hours, and I still didn't get to see everything just because of all the cosplayers constantly stopping the flow of traffic and stuff like that. But I still had a good time. And then the very next year, the price had jumped to like $20-$30 just to get in the door.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think.
And then there was one called, I want to say, OAX, which is a fairly new convention, if I remember correctly. And I was going initially to try to meet Sean Crystal, and I was at the gas station on my way. I'm like, let me see how much this is before I leave town. It was $100 just to get in the door.
Just to get in the door?
Just to get in the door as a fan.
No thanks.
Now, granted, OAX is more like a convention for collectors, people that have money to spend on like original art and stuff like that. I mean, that's great, because that's part of what conventions are about. But it's like, damn, you shouldn't price it so high so that you're limiting how many people can come.
They're just trying to make that quick dollar and not even worry about anything else.
But at the same time, though, that one is legit about comics, so that's great. But that didn't justify.
Yeah, but at what price, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I can't afford nothing like that.
Cons are crazy.
It's like, I had Matt on a couple of weeks ago, and he asked me if I was going to be going to the For the Fans Fest. And yeah, that's not going to happen. I would love to go, don't get me wrong. I can't afford that kind of shit. That's a lot of money.
I don't see how anyone can afford it.
Well, I mean, some people can, some people can't. I got bills to pay. I got shit to do. I got a mother to take care of. I got a cat to feed. I got,
Shit, my rent's over $2,000 a month, so I don't have the extra money to.
Oh Jesus, dude!
Spend on $100 entry fees to a convention.
Okay, I got a pretty good mortgage rate, but it's everything else that's killing me. It's well, I got credit cards I got to pay off, so that's one thing. I got like let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 credit cards I'm paying on, and I got the mortgage. Okay, and then of course there's the electric bill, internet.
I pay a lot of it.
The fucking utilities, which ain't getting any cheaper, by the way.
No.
And the grocery bill, man. Every time I go to the store, I swear to Christ, I'll put stuff in the cart, and I'm not a big shopper. Unless it's like I'm totally out of shit.
I'll go up to get a couple things for dinner or lunch or something like that, and I'm looking in the cart, and I'm thinking I got maybe $30 worth of shit, and they'll ring it up, and the bitch says $75. I'm like, say what?
Where is there $75 worth of food?
Yeah, like no, stop. I'm using the MVP card correctly. You rung that up, didn't you? This is the Savers card for being a loyal customer. Of course, I don't really say all that. I think it.
Got to start clipping them coupons.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they charge you for
Shit,
coupons
it's gotten
too.
to the point where I
They don't
start
do
asking
shit.
if I can use my military discount.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I
There
mean, some
is no
people offer
military
it, but
discount. I'll get
I keep
a,
it in that little flap that I do with my license.
yeah.
It's on one side, my license is on the other. So I don't necessarily advertise that I have it, but if somebody offers it, then I certainly don't say no anymore.
I will say this: my veteran shit comes in handy at a lot of restaurants. The doctor's office, thank God. I never had to pay full. I hardly had to pay anything. I went down to the pharmacy yesterday to get my tramadol, which is my pain medication. This shit normally runs a couple of $100 a pop. I paid $4 for it.
That was for that and the search.
Yeah, I
Nice.
paid $4 for that and my my antihistamines.
Start selling that on the side.
Well, it's a controlled substance. I have to go. I always have to go back to the doctor at least every 6 months, just so they can make sure that I'm still alive and not trying to sell on the black market. They always ask me the same questions, like, "How's your pain level today?" I'm like, "I fucking hurt. I'm always hurting. That's why I need my pain meds, bitch. Give it to me. Give me the drugs."
And doctor won't give you things, Bill.
Yeah, my mom's doctor's a total bitch. She won't give her pain pills. She took her off. Mom has a hell of a time getting to sleep. Took her off of sleep medication.
Damn.
Yeah, so I have to get this bullshit generic melatonin at Walmart to try to help her get to sleep. Half the time it works, half the time it don't. But it's all about the Ambien. There's so much dangers with her being a diabetic and Ambien and shit like that. They don't really want her using it, which I get. But I mean, I'm here. I'm monitoring her levels. It's not like she just
You're the one that gives me my meds.
yeah. It's not like she's just sitting there popping this shit in and out like they're Tic Tacs or anything. They're always so scared. Or every time I go to the doctor's office, they always got to open up with that in my suicidal shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you feel safe at home?
Yeah. When was the last time or have you ever felt the need to do harm to yourself?
Only
No.
when I have to answer these inquisitions.
Yeah. When I gotta
Yeah.
answer stupid goddamn questions.
The last time or the first time?
Yeah. Now, if you were to give me a questionnaire to fill out about doing harm to others, I'm going to jail. They're gonna lock me up. They're gonna think I'm homicidal.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it's like, come on. Even you nurses have went through this before.
Only every time I go anywhere in public do I want to hurt somebody. I was getting back in the car today. I had to go up the food line to pick some stuff up, the grocery store. And going over to my car. And this dude is coming up in this truck. Now, he sees me coming to the car. I got the cart. I got stuff in the cart. Not too far away. I guess he's piecing together. This gentleman is going to this car. So he pulls his truck in about as close as he can get to the driver's side door. As I'm coming around to go to get to the backside driver's side door to put my groceries in, he says, "Oh," he puts his window in and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I had a feeling you were coming to this car. I wasn't too sure. Let me back up. Thank you." He thanks me, right? And he backs up, pulls back in almost as close as he was the first time. And he goes,
Was he one of those
"Oh,
ones trying to pull into the small car parking?
yeah, he had a pretty big truck. It was way too big to be there." And he goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry, sir." I had my veteran's hat on, So I get a lot of sirs and thank you for your service and shit like that when people see that.
Nice.
Plus, I have resting asshole face. So people just automatically assume I'm rageful all the time. And he backs back up and then he comes back in and then he apologizes again. He and goes, I'll find somewhere else to park. And then he pulls out. And as he's leaving, he goes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I
And
know
I'm
the
like,
feeling.
why are you thanking me? It's not my fault you can't fucking park a truck.
An asshole.
Yeah, I don't have a MAGA hat because I can't find one that doesn't cost $1,000. But I got a 250 birthday bright red American Eagle hat. And almost everywhere I go, I turn heads with that. Everybody's always looking at me. Like, you can always tell when I wear my Comic Skate hat out, nobody cares. It's just a black hat, the black hat one with the skull on it. I don't really get nobody knows what that shit is around here. So nobody really looks at me any way, shape, or form. But when I wear my veteran's hat or my wannabe MAGA hat, I always get the look. And the look is one of respect or fear. They never want to screw with me, or they act like they want to salute me or pop to attention or something. But damn,
Apparently, I've got that same resting asshole face.
yeah, dude, I've had it for years. Apparently, it's the craziest thing. I mean, I don't mind being thanked for my service. I appreciate it. I mean, honestly, I didn't really do anything. I was there. I did what I was supposed to do. I did what I was asked to do, what I was ordered to do.
I always figured that, hey, I was just there to do my job.
The only time it's gotten a little ridiculous is some teenage kid asked me how many people I killed in the war.
Yeah, you don't ask that.
And I'm like, no, we don't talk about that. He goes, so you killed people? I'm like, I can either confirm or deny.
Not today.
I didn't kill anybody, but
yeah. No, that's messed up. I mean, because
it's a kid. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I think he was just trying to impress his friends. He was with.
I suppose. Yeah, you don't really think about that until I have friends that have done that, and
I do too.
I don't know. Sometimes, if they're drinking or whatever, they'll make some pretty gross jokes about it. It's like, oh man, but you can tell it's bothering them.
Yeah.
Well, that's not something most people enjoy thinking about,
or talking about, or thinking about.
Yeah.
You try not to relive those memories.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully, I wasn't like that when I was a kid. Anyway.
Oh, I was. I would straight up go up to anybody. If I wasn't growling at them like I was the Incredible Hulk, which used to piss my mother off. My God. I would stare at them. I was that kid that would stare at everybody.
Well, wouldn't mind doing that, but you couldn't ask out what Nancy?
Mary Beth Beard did.
Mary Beth.
Yeah.
Oh, at least you remembered her name.
I was a strange child. I like to stare at people because I was studying them.
It was.
I was just weird, dude. I was a weird ass kid. I'm kind of still weird. I don't really stare at anybody anymore.
That's good. You can get arrested for that now.
Yeah. But I mean, we would be going, in the summertime, I shop with Mom. I'd have to go everywhere with her because Dad was working. And she would take me into the grocery store and I'm pushing the cart. And she would just catch me staring at people and just stop staring at everybody, Donald. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was doing it. And I didn't even know I was doing it. And then I went through this phase where I would just growl at everybody like I was the Hulk. That was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I thought it was great. People be walk by me, I'll go.
One thing I think is weird is that whenever I have a civilian job, I naturally gravitate towards the veterans that work there. I don't necessarily seek them out, but as I naturally gravitate towards each other, so I'm like, well, good. At least that's one person I don't have to watch what I say around them.
You would think that 80% of the time that's true, but there's sometimes you get a hold of those real idiots. Those ones that are just foobar. It doesn't matter what branch they were in or how hard you try, they're just foobar. It doesn't happen often. Usually the foobar ones, they get sorted out by some other way.
They're usually in jail or they didn't make it.
Didn't take you long to learn how to ride a bike either.
Well, that's because Dad threatened to put me in a dress.
First day of school.
Yeah, first day of school. I didn't want to ride a bike. I wanted to stay on my my tricycle. I had one of those big wheels. Love that big wheel. Go everywhere in a big wheel.
I remember the big wheels.
Yeah. And I felt it was an affront to my, not just my personal safety, but my personal choice of style to go from three wheels to two wheels. How dare this man who calls himself my father make me change my whole way of life? This is bullshit, and I will not stand for it. And
How'd that work out for you?
he got what he wanted, and I learned how to ride the bike real quick.
Loved every minute of it.
Yeah, then they went out and they bought me a Huffy BMX bike, and you couldn't
Oh,
get me off
nice.
the damn thing. Yeah,
The Huffies were awesome back in the day.
yeah.
Dude,
Spoiled the little brat.
Pop put it together, him and Dad, and it was black and gold, dude. Oh, Jesus, man, I tore the world up in that thing. But now, if you were to ask me back then, it wasn't a bike I was riding. It was a Starship. It was some kind of air motorcycle. It was everything but a freaking bicycle. I never, ever rode a bicycle. I was always riding something else in my mind.
shit, I was usually hanging out with my friends, jumping it off of stuff that I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, that was when my cousins would come down. We'd raid Dad's plywood, his lumber patch or whatever, and we had enough dirt, gravel, and stuff like that to make little ramps. And we'd be out there trying to kill each other, jumping friggin' bikes and skinning knees and making a mess and getting hurt. We'd come in, we'd get a Band-Aid and go right back out and do it again.
It's either hide and kill or out in the open and kill.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, I remember when we used to do bike ramps. We would try to go as far as we could, but it always seemed like there was some older kid or someone's older cousin. He would show up and then he'd like jump like twice as far as all of us, impress us, and he was the coolest person ever.
Yeah, that was either Jerry Lee or Buddy. They were the oldest, and they always did everything better, farther, faster, and everything else, everybody else. And it would always piss us little guys off.
Were you ever the older cousin, the cool
Nope.
one?
No,
Never got the opportunity.
The
You just
one that-
growled at people.
I was the one that lived in the country. I had all the cool toys because there were so many of them. My mom's side, her brother had like 9 kids, so they didn't really have a lot of their own shit. And Jerry Lee and Tim, they used to break all their own shit. So, excuse me, I had all the cool shit because
You didn't have a pony.
no, I didn't have a pony. You guys had Mr. Ed.
It was a pony.
Yeah, but nobody could ride him. He'd kick him off. And then remember, you guys sold Ed after a while because he was too mean to do anything with.
No, because we were getting ready to move.
Oh, because we was getting ready to move. Didn't he bite your boob once?
I had a red top on with buttons going down it.
Yeah,
Boots?
Yeah.
boobs,
Oh,
fleshy meat bags that hang in the front of a lot of women.
Breasticles.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice, Sheldon Martin.
what? I heard boots.
Yeah,
Sounded like
Jeez, you know
boots.
what your mind is, weirdo.
Ed was not the nicest.
Can't take some people anywhere.
Pull up
Jeez.
the trunk, he'd start
Yeah.
acting his shit up.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna ride me, mother.
but I had the Star Wars toys, the GI Joes, the Tonkas,
Everything.
I had everything because I was an only child, and I was spoiled to the nines. You bet your ass I was. And that's when everybody they wanted to come down and they would play with all my stuff because they didn't have the same stuff I had. So I was definitely the cooler cousin by far. I just wasn't the biggest or the oldest. I was never the oldest. At least not when it mattered. Now, my younger cousins like Chip, Wally, and Charlie, by the time they come around, I was older and I wasn't really into that shit anymore.
Bunch of little kids.
Yeah, a bunch of little kids. Like Chip wasn't so bad because Chip was only a couple years younger than me. But Wally, who's now a freaking chief in the Navy now. uh, he was like the baby, and well, Charlie was a girl. She didn't care about doing all that stuff. And we moved down here, and I started seeing my same age and slightly older cousins less and less because they were staying up there with their friends and everything.
No, we haven't seen any of our family in over 15 years.
Yeah, they kind of don't want much to do with us anymore. I think it's everybody's just an older kind of thing, Everybody's older.
Died,
Yeah, location and money and everything else. Everybody's got their own problems. It's like when we were having, when I first started having issues with the roof, I contacted my cousin. I was, asking, they're like friendly with a lot of church groups and all that. I was just trying to get whatever help I could, get the word out. And the text I got back was her husband had brain cancer and they're not able to help. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Thanks for the update, but damn,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. I reached out whenever I launched this Kickstarter. Like, hey, you guys remember how I thought it was cool that I made a comic last time and let you know this time? Well, I seem to be a little stuck right at the moment. Could you back this?
Yeah, I mean, I love my family, but they're not exactly dependable when it comes to stuff like that. But again, it's taken a lot of hard knocks for me to come to understand that everybody has their own issues. Everybody's got their own problems.
Yeah.
Which you almost never think of when you're trying to get your shit together. Me being the little megalomaniacal maniac that I am. Everything's all about me.
Yeah, it's like a constant learning experience. Then you realize, like, oh, when the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah. But we try to keep in touch when we can. I keep in touch with my Aunt Eleanor. She lives down in North Carolina. Hey, Tank Ferret in the chat. What's up, dude? You magnificent bastard of your own right.
Tank Ferret.
Good to see you, buddy. Hope all's well with you.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, good to see him back online again. He was having a hell of a time. Yeah, smash the like button.
Or politely tap it.
Beat it to hell.
Yeah.
Beat it like a redheaded stepchild that owes you money.
Yeah. Beat it like you just watched a porn for the first time.
I remember the first time I saw a porno. It wasn't where you would think it would be. It was in the Navy Yacht Club. It was like a little
he was watching the fuzzy channel on the old TV.
Well, actually, no. That's
the outline of a boob.
That's kind of a lie. Actually, the first time I saw a genuine pornographic film was at the Chief's Mess on board the ship. I was assigned to the Chief's Mess. Every sailor has to do a tour of duty in the mess decks. Okay, you got to do it for 3 months because this is how you get your damage control qualifications, where you learn to fight fire and shit like that on board the ship. Everybody has to do it, right? And only certain people get into like the captain's mess, the officer's mess, and the chief's mess. Now, the chief's mess was the creme de la creme. It was better than the captain's mess because you had direct access to the chief's lounge, and they had like the big ass TV in there, VCR, couches.
It was VHS, not beta.
Yeah, man. And they had ice cream. And ice cream was rarefied air on board a Navy ship back in the day. So me and Jeff, we got on board the Chief's Mess, and our job was to get the Chief's breakfast ready and all that before they came in there. So we had the lounge to ourselves. The Chief's Mess, it's a big area. It's not small. It's got like its own little kitchenette and everything.
Nice.
So we're in there dicking around, and then Jeff saw that they had a VCR and the tape was half hanging out of it. And it had an odd title. I can't remember the title to it.
Maybe Does Dallas.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a good one.
And he popped it in there, and immediately it's two people doing it, And it's just, I've never seen one of those before, and I just kind of stopped in my tracks. I'm like,
It's
okay, yeah,
fascinating.
let's take this in. And we just kind of stood there, and you can't watch stuff like that for too long when you're a young man because things start to happen, and it really shouldn't happen in a close space with another male, and you can't do nothing about it. So I had to get away from it. But yeah, that was like the first time I saw a porno.
Immediately ran to the bathroom.
Immediately. So I got to take a massive dump.
All of a sudden,
Yeah, I told no one to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
If you hear strange knocking, don't worry about it. I'm just having a real hard time getting the turd out. It's okay. I guess I have to change it on YouTube. This is an educational show later on.
Oh, yeah. That's educational.
well, I know I learned a lot.
Yeah.
That's history.
Some of us are learning too many things. Entirely too many things. At least about me, anyway.
When you got back into comics, what year was that?
It
There was a
around
19 in front of it.
93. Yeah, exactly, John. Exactly. It was around 93.
Okay, so it was at 33 years ish.
5.
I wasn't that old, no.
I mean, 33 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 33 years ago, yeah. Yep. That's about right.
And you've been drawn ever since then? Or like you
Off and on, yeah. Now, I took another little bit of a break from it when I was working full-time and all that because I really didn't have the time for it. And I wasn't even thinking about getting into comics. I was not even having a comic-minded mentality until after my dad passed away. And I lost my full-time gig, and I had to start looking out for Mom. And I really couldn't work anymore, you know? So, because when you got to look after for someone for 24 hours, you really can't have a full-time job. And they don't exactly pay you to just sit at home and take care of somebody, at least not that I'm aware of. So
that might be a way.
I started getting back into it, like with this little web comic that I was doing for this guy. It was called Old Time Gamer. I didn't get paid a lot, but it was a paycheck. I got every week. I got a little bit of money. And then I just started doing more and more like commercial art stuff from there, doing designs for like gaming companies and business cards and little comics on the side, stuff like that. So yeah, I've been working pretty steadily since 08, 09.
Cool.
I mean, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but I always have enough to put bread on the table, keep the bills paid, and the bill collectors at bay for the most part.
Yeah, those $75 grocery chips.
Yeah. Now, lately it has been getting kind of tight. But that's everybody's having problems right now because the economy is just jacked.
Yeah, there's no reason that gas should be $4 a gallon for the cheap shit.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to admit it, but
$4 for a
I'm
week.
losing faith in my president. And I'm losing faith in a lot of all the bullshit that they're doing. So, you know.
That's kind of how I felt ever since I had to start paying my bills by myself, like about every president.
Well, I've never really had a lot of faith in government because they're usually just a bunch of grifters.
Yeah.
But Trump kind of put a little bit of inspiration in me, and I kind of felt like, yeah, maybe this guy is actually going to help out because the last few years have been bullshit, you know? I mean, it'd been really when Biden took over, it was fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst we've been in a long time. There was like nothing going on at all. And for the first year or two, maybe it wasn't that bad. But lately, this whole thing with Iran and everything, it's just like there's no real relief for this economy situation. You know, I keep hearing prices are going to come down, and I keep going to the store and I keep seeing the same prices, but more. And I keep hearing how we've totally decimated the Iranian military and they ain't got nothing to fire back with us. And every night I turn on the news and I hear how they're still firing on us and we're still fighting with these assholes.
to me, it seems like, oh, something happened somewhere, so we're going to raise the gas prices again.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
Anytime there's a hurricane, God forbid, it's always going to affect somebody somewhere. We instantly have to jack up the gas prices because there's a need for it.
So, another 30-cent raise on the gas prices.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I didn't either. You're roboting pretty bad, John.
Saying, oh, hey, it's Tuesday, let's raise the gas prices another 30 cents.
Still didn't get it, buddy.
Oh, well.
Now you're in clear.
Yeah, now you're clear.
Maybe when you got excited, it was like, whoa, that's too much energy.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what I do remember. I do remember being a kid, being in the back of a station wagon, being woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get in the back of that station wagon on the way to school so we could wait in line to get gas.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that bullshit.
I missed that part, but my mom told me about it.
Oh, it wasn't fun.
Yeah, I read about it.
I'm putting on my school clothes. I'm getting out of my pajamas and putting on my school clothes in the back of a station wagon.
No, the car.
Oh, the car. Yeah, it was a Nova. Wasn't that Nova? That blue Nova?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blue Nova. We didn't get the station wagon until we moved down here. That's right. The Valere.
It was in my car. Dad had his truck.
Yeah. We're getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to fill up the gas tanks.
And Pop had his.
Yeah. And then even though you get up that early, there was still a huge line just to get gas. And this shit was about what it is now, the price. It was high for a long time. The energy crisis of the 70s. Every light switch in the school and everywhere you went had a little sticker: turn off when not using, conserve electricity, conserve the energy. It's finite. It's limited. Yeah. Fun times. And then there was the scary time that Dad was actually off work. I can't remember why he was off work, but he was off. And was that what it was? And then a plane crashed into the 14th Street Bridge.
Oh no, he was off that day.
Yeah, he was off for some reason.
Well, he was concrete mixer.
Yeah,
and they couldn't work
because he was always up that way. That was like one of the direct routes he took. Everybody knew he was up there. My old man poured half of the concrete up in D.C. Working for Havoc Concrete. And the 14th Street Bridge was hit by a passenger plane. Oh. And everybody called the house that night. Is Jimmy okay? Is Jimmy okay? Yeah, Jimmy's sitting here watching news like everybody else. And thank God for that, because that was one of the worst air disasters at the time. That was some pretty bad shit.
Yeah, they pulled bodies out with it.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah, I can imagine whenever all that.
Because when that happened, that was about the time your dad
would be crossing the bridge to come home. Yeah.
Thank God he was already home.
Yeah, he was home. He was eating dinner, watching news with us. Did he have a dentist appointment or something at the time? Wasn't that when he was getting his teeth pulled?
No, that's when they said because of the real bad ice and storm and stuff that they didn't work that day.
Oh, was that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, it was something. Something saved his life.
Yeah, the weather.
Yeah, the weather.
Unless the weather is what caused that plane to crash.
I don't remember. Yeah. You'd have to Google that one. It's so long ago. But yeah, 14th Street Bridge.
Yeah.
Early 80s, I think it was. Is that what it was, Mom? The ice? The wings ice or something like that?
It was real bad. Snow and ice.
Yeah, it was bad at the time.
Because when the plane went down, it went down in the water and
There was no Sully Sullenberger to get him out.
Oh yeah, jeez, I already forgot about that guy.
That guy's got cancer now. I read an article. He's been diagnosed with cancer.
Oh,
Damn.
Sully Sullenberger.
mm,
He's got some kind of stage 4 something. And Bill Shatner's got cancer too. Him and his daughter. They got diagnosed almost the same day. So that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, he's 95 though. I mean, that's a pretty good long run without getting cancer.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I,
I'm not trying to like say it now.
no,
it's
no, I
okay.
get what you're saying. And I just read, I think it was a few weeks ago, he's about to go on tour at like 92 or something like that with his own heavy metal band. And the name of the band is The Fuckers. I shit you not. That is the name of his band.
There's no stopping this man.
There's no stopping Bill Shatner. You can't do it. And one thing going to stop him, and that's probably going to be a Klingon.
Or a green skinned 3 booby chick.
Oh yeah, that'll be his last frontier.
Hey, do any of you guys watch that new Star Trek show?
I don't
No.
watch any Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
Not since I was a little kid.
I've been checking out that.
Oh, the one with
I've been to Pike is in the driver's seat of the Enterprise. Yeah, Strange
the
New World.
actor that what's called? He was in Shoot 'Em Up.
Hell on Wheels.
Clive Owen.
No, yeah, the bad guy in Shoot 'Em Up.
Oh, I actually never watched the movie. I
don't know.
remember the
Well,
trailers.
I can't remember the actor's name, but he was
Well,
one of the characters.
the actor's name
in
is
Star
Anson
Trek.
Mount. The actor's name is Anson Mount. So if that's who you're talking about, then yeah.
No, I was thinking of a. I had seen that one, or not seen that one, but I seen commercials for that one.
Uh-huh.
But I was thinking of that DEI one that like just came out the last couple years.
I don't know. I know. Now, for me, Strange New Worlds was fine for like the first 2 seasons. It was kind of borderline woke, but it was kind of it was watchable for the most part. Okay. And there was a hot actress I really like looking at.
Well, that was the thing about Star Trek.
Do it.
It's always been wide variety of character, races, genders, and all that other stuff. It was
But
never
they didn't beat you over the head.
inclusivity was never a problem in Star Trek, and then you got to make a Klingon all of a sudden who
Wearing
is not
Yeah.
anything like any other Klingon would ever be.
Yeah. When you see Klingons wearing skirts, it's time to go.
Yeah, there's no. I'm sorry, that wouldn't happen.
No. But there's this actress on the Strange New Worlds, Jess Bush. She's a cute little somebody.
Jess Push.
Yeah, Jess Bush.
Oh, Bush.
Yeah,
Bush. We got Bush.
cutie pie. And I like looking at the ladies. And it wasn't that bad of a show when it first started, but season 3 got really bad. I was maybe 2 episodes into it, and it was just like I can't. I just cannot do it anymore. And just out of morbid curiosity, they started up season 4, so I checked it out, and it was actually pretty interesting. And they weren't trying to beat you over the head with all this DEI bullshit, and the storyline was pretty interesting too. And I'm like, okay, not bad. And Rebecca Romaine's on there too, but she's not aging that great.
But actor,
I mean, I would never say no to her if Jerry O'Connell let me. I wouldn't say no to her.
Well, apparently she's a spousal abuser.
Yeah, it's like I can't believe she used to beat the shit out of Stamos, right? But she's okay with the kid from Sliders. Like, that's crazy.
I was thinking of Paul Giamatti earlier.
Oh yeah, okay. I do remember.
Apparently,
him
he's in Starfleet Academy.
Pig
That's
Vomit?
what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Pig
Pig
Vomit?
Vomit.
You'll
Yeah.
always be Pig Vomit to me, man. Oh God, that was such a good movie.
I mean, I like his acting, but I could not, for the life of me, think of what his name was right then.
Yeah,
I
he's a
couldn't
good
get
actor.
into the I tried Academy. I watched the first episode and I was done. I was
That
immediately
was the
done.
DEI one that I was talking about. I couldn't remember the name of it, and I just
Yeah,
remembered
it was
half
really bad.
half the cast from what I saw of the trailers. Like that would never
And it
happen.
wasn't even
Or why
really
are you shoving this down my throat?
yeah, it wasn't even really the DEI that was so bad for me. It was the story was just balls,
Crap.
man. Yeah, it was horrible. It was like whoever wrote this has never seen an actual episode of Star Trek ever.
Well, they've never
They
given
don't
a
know how it
shit
works.
about the existing lore.
Yeah.
That was
Have
mainly
a
what
little
did it for
pride
me.
in
It was the fact that it was so not gross.
Go
It just
ahead, get it off your chest.
blatantly giving Gene Roddenberry the middle finger, because everything they
Yeah.
did was start for the Academy. It was like the complete opposite. It seemed like of what Star Trek would actually be.
Well, I can't remember. I think it's Rick Berman. I think that's the guy who's like was the showrunner. I might be wrong now. Anybody out there in the chat, fact check me on that. But I was seeing either Reddit or I saw it on YouTube. You guys know the new Star Trek movies, the ones that had like the one that was Siler on Heroes and all that shit in there. Those
Yeah,
guys,
he played
they call it the
Spock.
Kelvin. They call it the Kelvin timeline. I think it is. Well, they were supposed to come back and they were going to do like another series, right? But they don't like that Rick Berman guy, and every one of them said, and this is led by the guy that took Nimoy's place as Spock. He played Siler on Heroes. I think his name is Zachary something.
Zachary
Quinto.
Quinto.
Quinto. That's yeah. And they were everything they ever got as far as scripts. It was like a blatant violation of anything that Star Trek could ever be, and none of them wanted to come on board for that. They were just these guys were just trying to make something for the sake of making it. You know, it had nothing to do with anything. They were trying to throw messaging down everyone's throat, and you know, they weren't into it. They knew it was a slap in the face of actual fans, and that's why they never went back and made any more movies.
I didn't mind the. I've seen all of them at this point, and I didn't mind the newer ones.
The one that had Khan in it wasn't that great.
It wasn't. It wasn't that.
It wasn't that bad. It was played by a dude that plays Doctor Strange. Like he was definitely chewing the scenery.
Cumbersmooch.
Yeah, Cumbersmooch. That guy.
Yeah, that was a scene where
Benedict somebody.
Benedict Cumberbatch or something like that. But I was thinking of Zachary Quinto.
Yeah.
Spock. He went off on that dude.
Oh, they had that cute girl in there too. The one that played the Admiral's daughter. She had the big knockers. And I think she got half naked in front of Kirk. Oh, what's that girl's name?
Maybe I should watch this movie.
She's pretty. She doesn't do much in the movie though.
You said she got half naked in front of Kirk.
Yeah, she pulled her top off. You don't really see anything.
That's
Back.
enough.
See her naked back. Alice Eve. That's what it is. Alice Eve. If that's her real name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's from. She's out of your league.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I like that movie.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Jay Baruchel. Yeah. Baruchel, whatever the hell.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor in some movies, and then other movies when I see him, it's like this guy thinks he's funny, but he's like funny as a I don't know, like someone that sets up the joke for the other person to dunk on.
Yeah, like what's that guy? Seth
Rogen?
Yeah, Seth Rogen. That's another one who thinks he's way funnier than he really is.
Yeah, and sometimes these guys are funny, but like they're funny as the people that help set up the joke.
Yeah,
and
they're funny as long as the script allows them to be.
Yeah, or that too, I suppose.
Yeah, I really didn't like him as Green Hornet.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that. Yeah,
me too. I forgot about that.
Oh, wow.
I originally thought Jet Li was the other guy.
Dude, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
No,
But then when I
that,
seen the
the
movie,
actor that played Kato did a good job.
Who played Kato then?
I had never heard of him before that movie, but he did a pretty
Yeah, me
great
too.
job. It's just Seth Rogen, he didn't even have the right build for the character.
yeah, and then how they turned it into a comedy, of course, and then it was Kato that was doing the real crime fighting
Oh, that makes more sense.
and making the amazing coffee.
Coffee.
That
You
car
could-
was pretty badass, though.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. And that was still like right at the very end of like he was still the millionaire guy that had a newspaper.
I don't know that much about Green Hornet.
Edward Furlong made it a cameo in there.
I remember watching it or learning about it as a kid. I think something to do with the when Bruce Lee played it in the 60s. It was a rerun from like the Batman show and stuff when I was
Oh,
a
cool.
kid. So I had a vague recollection of it, and then I had a few of the comics. I think Now Comics had done them in the 90s, but I had forgotten about them for the most part until that movie came out.
How long ago did that movie come out?
I want to say 2011.
6, somewhere on there, 611, something like that.
Yeah, it's after Rogan, that Seth Rogen guy had enough comedy hits where they're like, okay, we'll give him his own movie, and it's like, all right, let's not give him his own movie anymore.
Well, let's not do that.
Yeah,
He needs to have like real co-stars.
this guy needs adult supervision.
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw that dude, it was in shit. What was it? He's in some kind of movie with Charlize Theron. She was playing like the vice president or the president or something, and apparently she used to babysit him as a kid or some shit. He was a reporter, and they fell in love.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
Long
remember
shot.
that movie, but
Long shot.
yeah, and I'm just watching this because it's Charlize Theron and she's kind of cute. And I was hoping maybe to get a glimpse of something. Of course, it didn't happen. I got stuck with Seth Rogen and his dumbass laugh.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, bastards.
No, I never watched that movie either. But I forgot all about the movie until you were talking about it. But I want to watch those Bruce Lee Kato shows. They must be somewhere streaming.
well, they're always somewhere. It just matters of where you find it.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
exactly. I'm gonna make a note down so I don't forget.
If you're a Bruce Lee fan, I would think you're gonna like those.
Yeah, I'm a big time Bruce Lee
'Cause
fan.
that was, I think, some of his first acting was him playing Kato.
First U.S. I think he was already a big time star in Hong Kong.
Well, no, because he had done that in the 60s, and then he didn't start making his movies until the early 70s.
Oh yeah. And he was supposed to do Kung Fu, but since that fell through, then the Hong Kong guys got him, and then
Well, it didn't even fall
he just
through. They hired David Carradine to play the role instead of
Yeah,
the
right
guy that
behind
created the series.
his back.
Just
too.
because
yeah,
he
right
paid
after.
him.
But then the Hong Kong guys got him, and then he just started breaking Hong Kong box office records or Chinese box office records.
As well as he should have.
Yeah, and then the U.S. guys, I guess, must have took notice of that, and they're like, "All right, we got this new movie called Enter the Dragon," which was like a monster hit.
And then he died not too long after that.
He didn't even get to see the movie premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's crazy is they think it was some kind of curse.
Oh yeah, like his son.
Yeah, I had read all about him, and it turned out it was
It was like allergic
aspirin or
reaction,
Tylenol,
right?
something like that. You know the Goodies powder where you take it for the
Yeah.
headaches or whatever.
Yeah.
He was
was
doing
allergic.
stuff like that for, I want to say, like aspirin or Tylenol or something like that, but it was in like a powder form, like Goodies. And apparently he was allergic to it or something, or his body had just taken in too much of it, and Unfortunately,
Yeah.
he died.
And he was at his mistress's house or apartment, whatever it was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, that's never.
Yeah, she didn't know what to do because he was taking that stuff for his migraines.
Yeah, because he had been injured previously, and he was doing that aspirin or Tylenol, whatever it was, as a way to cope with the pain, so he can keep making movies and doing what he was doing, and his body just kind of shut down.
I didn't know he cheated on his wife though.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until
That's crazy.
there's like so many documentaries about it. About Bruce Lee, and then one of the ones, I believe it comes with the Blu-ray of Enter the Dragon. That's when it was like he was at his mistress's house.
That's crazy.
Like, he was cheating on I forget her name, Kathy. Couldn't have been Connie.
Linda. I think it was
Yeah, it
Linda.
was Linda.
Oh, Linda, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
from
he's
what I
cheating on Linda.
understand, she was here in the States, and then he was in China.
And as we all know,
Yeah.
the Oriental was way better.
And then a lot of people got upset that she wanted him to be buried in Seattle.
Who? His wife or the girlfriend?
Kind of a national hero
His wife.
in China.
Oh. They're gonna get upset no matter what.
Yeah, it's like the guy's.
They wanted him to be buried in Hong Kong, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was something like that. Like they wanted him.
And that's where he is he in Hong Kong or is he in California?
He's in Seattle.
Oh, he's in Seattle. Okay. Yeah.
His Brandon, his son, is buried right next to him.
That was another tragic tale. Holy shit.
Oh, that sucked. Yeah, man. Right when he made his big hit film.
Yeah, The Crow. Oh my god, dude. I remember all that shit when it was happening and everything. We had a guy, I was in Korea at the time. A dude got a bootleg copy of the videotape, and we were watching, had a time code on it and everything. And you could see they had left out the parts where they were going to fill it in digitally. It's like one of the first times they were using CGI
Oh yeah.
to finish up, his run. It took him like a year or so to do it.
Well, I think they had to because they were so close to finishing when he died.
Yeah, they had put so much money into the movie that it was gonna F the studio up or something. I think it was New Line Cinema or some shit like that. I don't know.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. Hearing about it, like, dude died right there on the set from a gunshot wound.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, even in that time, like '93, it happened, I think, and it's like, look, you guys don't know how to safely handle guns on a freaking movie set,
Well, from what I
multi-million-dollar movie
understand,
set.
it had like misfired and fired a projectile when it wasn't supposed to, or something. It was
Yeah, I
some
don't
kind of
think
misfire that pushed a projectile out the barrel when it wasn't supposed to, and that's what killed Brandon.
it wasn't the
Yeah.
casing, was it?
It
I don't
was
think it was the casing.
I think it was something like that because it was a blank gun.
yeah, and the guy holding the gun, he said he wasn't even pointing it at Brandon
Yeah.
when it went off, but it was since it was circular, it curved.
Yeah, it's pretty tragic.
Ah, yeah, that sucked. And then after that movie came out, like no Halloween has been the same.
Right?
Sting, he got a brand new career launching persona or career redefining persona.
Yeah, because at that time Sting was kind of waning with popularity.
He was trying all kinds of stuff. I remember when Mask came out, he would do all that smoking. He was like trying anything.
Ernie Hudson was in that movie too.
Yep.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was the cop.
That one dude, Bai Ling was in there too. I forgot.
Ling, that chick went crazy, man.
Yeah.
And
then-
it's bad when China has to lock you up.
What'd she do?
She was doing some crazy shit over in China, and they locked her ass up. I don't know.
No, I didn't know that part. I thought you were talking about when she was on Star Wars or something, or Star Wars.
She was on Star Wars?
Yeah, she was supposed to be in Star Wars. In fact, she was in Star Wars, but um, she was making money off of that being in Star Wars. She went and got in a Playboy, and but that was still before the movie came out, and they were talking about her Star Wars role and all that, and they're using that to get attention for that issue. But then they took her out of Playboy after that.
I didn't even
I think they took her out of Star Wars after she appeared in Playboy.
I didn't even think she had enough stuff to show off in Playboy.
I got it.
Kind of flat chested to me.
It's buried somewhere, but she's all right.
But then again, a couple years ago, Playboy had a trans man as their centerfold, so whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, she definitely performs better.
Well, yeah. I didn't look at the issue or nothing. I come across a news article about it. Like, seriously. I was like, wow.
I never bought a Playboy. Try to learn how to make a martini.
I haven't looked at a Playboy since the early 90s. My dad used to get Playboy, and I would always steal his and look at him.
I think the last one I got was Hugh Hefner's girlfriends when they had that reality show.
Mm.
They were in one altogether.
I think one of the last ones I saw was Erica Aleniak. I think she was the centerfold.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. And then seeing her in Under Siege, I was like, ooh, I love this girl. Now she's all tattooed up. It looks horrible. I caught her on Instagram not too long ago. She's all like, not as bad as some girls, like that one that was on Blink 182, the CD cover. Janine somebody.
Well, she was a porn star.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, she's like completely almost covered head to toe now. I think from her neck down, it's nothing but tats. She looks horrible.
Huh. Like there might be something mentally wrong with her. I never would have figured that for.
Well, I saw an interview with her a few years ago. She got into drugs real bad, and they took her kids from her, and it kind of sent her on a spiral. And she tried to kill herself a couple times and all this other shit. Yeah, it's kind of the typical sad story that you hear about.
Yeah, in like porn industry or any kind of
really any entertainment industry, really. I mean,
exactly. Where they want to be stars.
Yeah, with the whole attention thing, they kind of lose it.
Yeah, that's.
And then, of course, taking her kids from her. I mean, well, they took the kids away from her because she was addicted to drugs, so they had every right to do that. But at the same time, you know, that's gonna, if you got any kind of love for your kids at all, it's gonna F you up. And because of her profession and her past, she kept trying to get legitimate, as they say, work. She was having a hard time doing that. So, yeah.
She just worked at a Walmart, and
it was something on YouTube I saw about it.
Then she would have met an agent who was going to give her a job, and she'd write the number down on a cardboard box.
That's the thing about a lot of these entertainers I don't understand. They bitch and moan that they can't find work, but it's almost like they never consider just getting a regular job. It's like, dude, you're not too good to go work at the deli, okay? Just go pay your bills.
Some of them
think that's more important.
Some of them have gotten regular jobs.
Some, yes. And then when the people find out about it online, they get shamed for it, which I always thought was ridiculous.
That's the weirdest thing. Yeah, they want to do an interview, and it's like, just because my normal life.
There was some guy that used to be on the Cosby Show. I think he played one of the girls' boyfriends or husbands or whatever. And at the time of the show, he was quite popular. And I think now, all this time has passed. He was doing like FedEx or some shit. And somebody like recognized, like, you're driving a FedEx truck. What's wrong with you? He's like, I'm just trying to make a living, dude.
Like a phone in their face.
And it kind of went viral. And then like the people in Hollywood felt so bad for this guy that they're going to start offering him roles again just because of that. It's not like he's got talent or anything. You just feel sorry for you. That'll last until the internet calms down about it, and then they'll go back to not hiring him.
One of those
I think it was a Fonda, Bridget Fonda.
Oh, dude, she fell apart.
Yeah, like I mean, she's just like married and she's trying to live a normal life now.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, she got addicted to drugs too, and she just completely fell the fuck apart.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought she just got
That's what
fat.
happens.
And she got fat too, but I mean, she fell apart.
Oh, but yeah. So someone found her and they're like, "Oh, could I interview you?" And she's like, "All right." And
Yeah, go for it.
they're asking her all kinds of questions about like, "Well, are you gonna get in acting? You gonna be in the movies? We miss you." And she's like, "No, I don't have any interest in that anymore."
Yeah, I'm really not into that now. I just I got my paycheck from Single White Female, and I've just been living off that.
Yeah.
But she
And
also
I got
did
married.
like Kiss of the Dragon with Jet Li, and
Kiss of the
she's had
Dragon,
a
yeah.
legitimate career.
I know she was one little hot toddy in Jackie Brown. Damn,
Yeah.
she looked good in that movie.
That was her?
Yeah, she kept trying to wear next to nothing, and I was all about it.
Nice.
I was like, get her more naked, Quentin. What are you doing?
I think there's a movie I just seen on Tubi. I think she was in with Nicolas Cage, where he plays a cop, and then they get this lottery ticket. And
Yeah, that's the
Oh, she
80s
was
movie.
the
I thought,
waitress,
or
yeah.
90s movie.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think she was the waitress, and he it was based off a true story. He promised her like half if he won or some shit like that. Was
Well,
that
that
it?
was going to be his tip or something.
Yeah.
yeah, that was the tip. And then his wife Rosie Perez like took him to court about it.
Rosie Perez, I couldn't listen to her talk, but I could definitely bang her.
Yeah,
Like,
she was pretty
She
hot.
would
back
have
then.
to shut up, but I mean, once the shirt come off, I'd be fine with it. Seeing her in what was it? White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, where you been hiding those?
Holy moly!
Not only can White Man jump, but yeah.
Yeah, with those, she can make anybody jump.
Rosie Perez. She doesn't do a whole lot these days either, does she?
She does
I think
interviews.
Yeah.
I think
She
the last
watches
thing I
boxing
remember
matches.
seeing her in was that god awful Birds of Prey movie that had nothing to do with the comic book it was named after.
They made a movie of that?
Unfortunately, it was more of a Harley Quinn movie, but they took the name of the comic book and then got like none of the comic in there.
How did it slip by me? I didn't
know that either.
It's truly not worth looking up. I don't think.
Jesus. Even with what's her name in it? The one that plays Harley Quinn?
Oh,
the Australian chick, Margot Robbie?
Yeah.
It's even bad with her in it?
Yeah. I
Damn.
thought so. But I thought so just because it had little to nothing to do with the comic it was named after.
Well, that's kind of
Because it starts off with Harley Quinn breaking away from Joker finally, and then showing how abusive he was, and how she had finally gotten to a point that she had enough, and then she was kind of emancipating herself from Joker. So that's good. But then it turned into more of a girl power movie with characters named from the comic book, and then that was about it.
Well, I got about 40% of that, but I already don't like it.
I think I kept up with it.
I saw the what was the one she was in? Suicide Squad.
The first or second one?
I saw the first one.
I seen the second one,
which was decent. The first one was okay. I haven't seen the second one yet.
I didn't mind the second one. But I did. It was because my niece or my nephew, I don't know, one of them wanted me to take them, so I did.
And the only reason I even watched the first one was because Batfleck.
Oh yeah, the Batman.
Yeah, and all that shit they were talking about with the guy that played the Joker, Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about how just absolutely horrible it was. And I'm like, well, I got to see this for myself. I mean, he had a spin on it, and it was different. It wasn't bad, though. I mean, it was crazy. And kind of want the Joker to be crazy.
Yeah, that seems
that wasn't the Joker, though.
That's who
Granted,
he's supposed to be playing.
he played a crazy criminal, and he did a good job of that. But I just don't think that was Joker.
Well, it was the offshoot.
What did you think of his Skeletor?
Dude, Skeletor was the bomb. Skeletor stole that movie every chance he got. And it was beautiful. It was exactly how you would think the real Skeletor would be.
Yeah,
An absolute diva. And I loved it.
I like the part where he never wanted to be. He's like, no, if we're fighting, one of us is gonna die, or I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. And then when he's getting his ass kicked at the end, he's like, all right, you want to talk? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. The whole movie was good. I do not understand why anyone has trouble with that movie. There were people, they were screaming it was woke. It was not woke at all. I didn't see any wokeness in it. Well, because they cast Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms, that makes it woke? No, it doesn't. Shut up. Get out of here.
There's like a little bit of woke stuff, but I
He
mean,
yeah, from what I
that's
understand, there was a little bit of it in there, but it wasn't like shove it down your throat like so much of the other stuff was lately.
Like when I go back and watch movies now, like everything has like a little bit of woke stuff in there. It's always has been. I mean, from what I started watching anyway. It's just like everyone's radar is so peaked right now, like anything.
Yeah, and then you
it
watch
seems like they can't make a movie
stuff
anymore without putting that in there.
Yeah, where they put exclamation marks on it.
And then you watch like some of these older TV shows from like the 90s, like Friends or Frasier from back in the day, and it's like they say some shit and you're like, damn.
Yeah,
exactly. They did that kind of stuff back then, and it was normal. The way they do it now is like they're shoving it down your throat.
No, I mean like some of the stuff they would say or address in the show, make a pun out of it. It wouldn't fly today. And
the jokes they were allowed to do.
And it's weird because that's the first, like you hear it, and then you hear yourself thinking that, and you're like, I don't think like that. Why am I thinking like that? Why am I thinking that would offend somebody? Because you know how people are now. And it's just, it's crazy how different everything is now. All the sensibilities are amped up like 1,000. Although it does.
We grew up with movies like Major Pain. We don't get offended.
It does seem to be ramping down a little bit. It's a slow, painful ramping down, but it is starting to get back towards what I would like to call a normal level.
New scary movie.
It's going to take a whole lot of work to get there. You talking about the new scary movie?
Yeah,
John. Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I yet, but I want to, just because that's proof to me that they're getting back to actual humor now and not trying to be politically correct with everything.
Well, yeah, they've always pushed the boundary on those kind of movies, though. Which is what it should be. That's exactly how you should do it. If you're going to make a comedy and you want people to bust a gut laughing, do that.
Make it funny.
Yeah,
like Idiocracy or Scary Movie or something like that.
And it's kind of sad to say, but with me, if it's inappropriate, I'll probably find it funny.
Yeah, that seems to be like an easy way to get laughs is when you go. Well, it's also kind of ballsy too, because then like you run the risk of like your peers or whatever.
Sheldon, we got you a few more backers tonight. You're up to 30 now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're at 2105.
Nice.
So we actually helped you out a little bit. Look at us.
Effing A. Let me look this up.
Thank you, those of you who backed Occult Descent Volume 2 tonight. We appreciate it. I know Sheldon does.
Yeah, I totally appreciate it. Now, if I could just get, what is this? 14 more backers, I think that would.
Yeah, that should do it.
Yeah, if everyone does the backs book, even just one book, and then the shipping, times that by 14. Yeah, that'll 14 more backers.
Well, I'll try to throw it out. I'll try to throw it out in my my feeds as much as I can, man.
Awesome.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. Oh, and then also, yeah, I'll do that since I got another backer, especially. I'll do the This thing, the Remark.
Yes, the Remark.
Okay.
Now is that an automatic deal or is that has to be requested?
Depends
No,
on how much he likes you.
yeah, it has to. Well, these ones are just the giveaways. Like if you're a physical backer, so I don't have to pay for shipping. I can just add it on. Since these things only weigh like 1 ounce.
Are you doing all this yourself, the fulfillment?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's not too bad. It takes me just a few days to pack everything up and ship it out. I mean, if I got like more than, I don't know, 50 backers, it would probably start getting a little crazy and need to get help.
Yeah. It really depends on how many backers you get.
I gotta find a random number generator.
42.
Yeah, you're my random number generator.
Well, he's got to do something there.
Hey, it's either that or 69. I mean, I don't know. Figure an obscure sci-fi reference was a bit more appropriate.
It is number 10, but I have a feeling number 10 has already been.
Mitch did a really good job on that cover. Who did the one above? Oh, was that you, Sheldon? Was the girl on the cover, or the woman?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Sheldon.
that was me.
The other
Yeah,
one.
I just saw your signature right before I said something.
Oh, backer 10 is a backer who took their pledge away. So,
yeah, this is Sheldon here with the hot female and the big wazumas. That strap is not doing anything to hold her back. She is all about it. And then this is you too, right, Sheldon? Yeah.
Where hang on,
This cover here, this is the main cover. This is you too.
Yeah, that's me.
And this
And
bad boy is by our good friend Mitch.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Mitch.
like that one better or Mitch's.
I like them both, but I'm going to tell
me
you what.
too.
This is very ominous. It's got a good feel to it, like some shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
This is just straight up cheesecake. Yes, there's horror elements involved, but this is cheese. Come on, Sheldon, you know what you're doing here.
No, yeah, like the chick with the huge jugs, yeah. Lieutenant Wycheck. Yeah,
but this has got aura.
Yeah, I was trying to.
That's definitely got a presence to it.
Yeah, this big giant head with the glowing eyeballs in the back. It's got a movie poster feel. It's like the kids try to say cinematic. Over on the TikToks.
Yeah. Well, thanks. That's I was trying to kind of tell a little bit of the story, the predicament of it.
Well,
at all.
That makes me want to redraw my picture for tonight because I'm not feeling what I'm doing. That's why I was asking for a reference earlier.
Well, speaking of drawing, I really haven't been highlighting anybody. So let's start with you, Mr. EPPLE. Okay. And what is this? Is this
one of the vampire special ops looks like?
Yeah. Yeah, because the only reference you sent was, I think, vampires in their armor, I believe.
Yep.
So I chose one of the special ops guys, and I was trying not to have it look like the vampires in Blade 2 when they were dressed up in their Black Ops uniforms or whatever. So I was trying to lean away from that, and I got some kind of creepy, I don't know what.
Yeah, I like the hands.
I'm not entirely happy, so I may end up redrawing
Snake Eyes
something.
vibe going to it, man.
So I just said, and I go back to what I was inking earlier while I try to figure out what I'm going to redraw.
Go back to the one you're
That's
doing.
Looking good.
That special ops character, he kind of got like a Snake Eyes vibe.
Maybe. I haven't quite figured it out yet.
I like the pose. Yeah, like you were saying, you're going for a creepier look.
Yeah, keep messing with it. See what happens. Don't give up on it. Let it live, man.
That's how I felt.
I'll take a look again in the morning after I've had some coffee and see what happens.
Yeah, some fresh eyes.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Sheldon.
Oh, I was just.
Are you working on panels?
Yeah, I was working on a page the whole time. This is the call right here. That's not a spoiler or nothing. He's fighting. He's getting in a scrap with the normal vampires.
You got a good dental plan. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I like that cross hatching, dude. That's good stuff.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't like what I come up with.
Are you doing all your sound effects like that? Are you hand lettering them all?
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
That's good stuff. That's how I'm doing mine too.
yeah. It's more fun. I mean, I know that I don't do it in a I know I could improve more, but I mean, I think that's the part that I like about it is all the learning.
Well, that comes with experience, though, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and I wanna get that. So
Oh, while I got you up here, and I didn't forget, let's see the terminal stuff, man.
oh, I didn't get it yet.
Oh, they didn't send it yet?
No,
Okay.
Dave said he's gonna send it after the 22nd, so hopefully it'll be showing up soon.
That's tight, man. I can't wait to see that. Good for you, man. Congratulations on that whole deal.
Thanks. Yeah, that's the first. I mean, I've entered every single giveaway that they've ever had.
I was sitting here watching it. I was doing a draw stream and I was EFAPing and I heard your name, man. I was like, son of a bitch. That is too cool.
Yeah,
Good for
yeah.
him.
It's awesome that they do stuff like that. They give
I know that
people
guy.
a chance. And I was like, who knows? What if this thing takes off too, and it's like worth something someday? Kind of like their Invincible comic when it came out.
Yeah.
I couldn't get issue 1, but I got issue 2, and I was like, fuck it, I'll see what this is about. I didn't like it, so I just kept it, and now it's like going for 800 or something.
John EPPLE says that Alex duct tape isn't going to fix that guy.
No, he'll be fine. He's fine.
It's just a scratch, guys. It's just a scratch. Yeah, we're gonna be getting out of here, John. Your phone's about to die.
Oh no.
It's
I was wondering
getting
why he's in the chat.
Yeah, and I don't like to do too long of a show these days.
Oh yeah, and yeah, Backer 25 it was ended up winning this. I don't know who it is. They just have initial says R. So
R.
Yeah,
he's a pirate. R.
Arg. So yeah, they won Andy. A
Nice.
picture of Andy, acrylic too, so you could like rub it and it won't peel off.
It's good work. And this is what I was messing with, some kind of vampire demon thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I was looking at that. That looks pretty sick.
Thanks.
I was like, that's okay. That's not. At first, I thought that was a different version of Sakal, but then I looked closer. I was like, oh, that's not Sakal.
You can use it if you want. It's fine. I don't care.
Well, Sakal does. He does get a little bit of spiky stuff coming out of his arm next, but no, that's not a spoiler either. But
fucking John. John said rub some dirt on it, you can walk it off. Depends on what kind of dirt it is.
Some Robitussin.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us on the studio again tonight. And Sheldon, I'm glad we could pick up some more backers for you.
Yeah, thanks a lot for doing this.
We didn't have a lot of people in the chat, but for those of you that did show up, I do appreciate it. I understand it's the con weekend. Everybody's watching stuff on the con. Somebody's probably streaming and watching them. You guys will find us. It's all good. I have faith in my loyal, discerning, awesome viewers of the YouTubeage.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to have Mark Polton, and hopefully John Malin will be here as well. I'm pretty sure
cool.
Chris Grace is going to stop by. Yeah, we're going to be talking Universal Initiatives. Well, I also had a hand in that. I did a lot of inking over a great number of Mr. Malin's pencils. And I got to tell you, it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about inking and some storytelling and how John does stuff. And I come off of that project with a whole lot more of a deeper appreciation for how Mr. Malin does stuff. And I think quite a bit.
That's cool. I'm feeling pretty good about that project that they're all doing too. And
and it looks like it's going to be a big deal. I think it's going to be bigger, if not as big as that 5-volume set, Grave. What was it? The Graveyard Shift?
Graveyard Shift, yeah.
Yeah, it might be bigger than that. Could be as big as Godlike.
It's going to be so big that Mary Beth is going to come out of retirement.
And I'll just lose her number all over again because I'm just that bad.
She'll write her number on a cardboard and have it at like a WWE signing or something.
I would have an absolute aneurysm if she did get a hold of this stream and like reached out to me. Say, hey, I'm still single and still hot.
You know how long I was waiting?
I still got the body of a 24-year-old. I've been holding on all this time.
Yeah, just doing her jumping jacks and planks.
Meet me at the same Walmart. So anyway, we're going to get out of here. Mama Donna, you want to say anything?
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys. There you go.
Have
And
a good night, Mama Donna.
Sheldon, it's been a blast
See ya.
hanging out with you these past few streams. I hope you continue to be a part of our little show.
Yeah, these are pretty
It
fun.
was fun. John's gone. His phone
Oh, he
died.
did?
Yeah, his phone went kaput.
Oh.
At least that's what he says. I don't know. He could have just said,
I'll see his stuff up.
yeah,
on
he'll be
Facebook.
posting on Facebook. I'm sure you'll be all over it.
Unless
Yeah.
my job changes hours on me, then I should be able to make all these.
John said, if it's as good as Graveyard Chef, it'll be awesome. Yeah, I got all the Graveyard Chefs. When I was working on the stuff for Mark, he sent me a ton of shit, man. He sent me all the Graveyard stuff for free. It's all signed and everything.
Oh, sweet.
I'm like, damn it, man. You didn't have to do that. He's like, whatever.
I
Yeah,
got
leave the cardboard alone this time, Don. No, don't lose the cardboard this time. Don't
Yeah.
bail it. Don't be a retard.
This time you'll write it on your hand, but you'll use like some alcohol wipe for.
Yeah, get that shit tattooed on there.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we appreciate you. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Leave us a comment if you like. Let us know if you like the show. Some of the newer stuff we're putting in there, like some news bits. We're trying new stuff out. We're trying to make it better. Definitely not trying to make it worse.
And if y'all think of anything else you want to see, put it up there.
Yeah,
Let us know.
shoot us a DM, man. We'll get to it.
Maybe that one YouTube video of that country song there, we could EFAP that.
they got a more clean version, so maybe you never know. You never know. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it, and we will see you guys on the flip side. Don't forget next week, Universal's Initiative. Mark Polton be here next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And until then, be safe, don't be totted, and like and subscribe. We appreciate you all. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, baby.